Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool and this is Gems of War. And today, sorry my laptop crapped its pants, and I'm still trying to delete the other live stream. 7.3 update did not come out last night. Surprise, surprise. I was like super surprised. Not really. It hasn't come out yet today either. I was hoping it would be out like this morning or something. Maybe not at reset, but something like that. I don't know. But I've seen some info. So some people are saying it's coming out tonight. Some people are saying not even tonight. I don't know. We're going to look at it. We're going to look it up. If this laptop will cooperate. This always happens, man. I'm like, I'm going to reset my laptop before I start the stream. So it's, yeah, whatever. Get all the gremlins out of there, all the goblins. And, decides it wants to, like, do an update or, like, take forever at the restart it, like, 4 times and punch it in the face and throw it down the steps. And anyway, what up, Florian? What up, Sana? Hopefully y'all can hear me. I guess we didn't get it. What the heck? Let me know if it comes through. I don't think it's going to come through in the middle of the day, though, but dang. It's been delayed. But we can see the, I think the dragons are in the game. Like, if you go to collection and you go to unowned, aren't they supposed to be? Yeah, here they are. So some of these dragons are in here. We'll go over those. And I think the weapons too, right? Like, I know there's at least a couple weapons just like before. What up, Glorfindale? How's it going, man? Unowned. I probably have a bunch of unowned weapons, because you know how that goes. A lot of them are pay weapons, especially that I'm missing. If you want to know a list of the pay weapons, just take a look at my unowned. Most of them. Definitely Dread Arquebus. Foxglove, definitely, I'm pretty sure. Lodestar for sure. So where's the new ones? New weapon. The Macaco is a pay weapon. Timekeeper. I don't even know which one's the one. Is it in the Soul Forge yet? Probably not. Supernova! Microsoft says it's 7 p.m. I saw that as well, but I also seen other people saying it's coming in 2 weeks or something. I'm going to try to look it up here if this laptop will be nice. I got to at least get the chat up. I got that. And let's see if it'll let me into the chat. Efley's here. So it's not in here yet, right? No dragon eggs. Where the heck? I don't even know what I'm doing. Where are they? I haven't done this in a while. There they are. So this is the old one. It's not the new one. The new ones are going to be 550. Why they chose to make them 50 extra Dragonite? Like, what's up with that? I'd understand if it was like 750 or 600, but why an extra? Why only 50? 50 extra, baby. But nothing here. And then what's the weapon? There's got to be weapons, right? Maybe they're not in here yet. So today, if we don't get it, which it looks like we're not going to, we'll go over all the new dragons. I'll try to find the new weapon. Yeah, and if you guys have any questions about it, we'll try to investigate when the heck it's coming out. Stuff like that. And then I'm going to stream tomorrow, too. If it comes out tonight, I'm just going to stream tomorrow, too. Probably around the same time. And if it don't come out tonight, I probably won't stream tomorrow. So if the update comes out tonight, then you can expect me to stream. I got a fan going. I hope it's not blowing right into the mic. Let me fix that. Solitary Mind, what up? Appreciate your kind words on Discord. But what are we going to do until then? What do we got going on? Got, the World event. I like my team for that. And we got the pet. Pudding, I guess. Is that pudding? What is that? Doesn't look like pudding. It's called Pudsey. What is it? I don't know. Where's the chat? Come on, laptop. Being stupid. Anyway, let's just go over the dragons, I guess. Something to do. Troops, unowned. What are you doing? Yeah, if anybody knows, like, when it's coming out, I know Glorfindel said tonight it's supposed to come out. See how they are? You know what I've been saying about how they don't have a schedule? They don't stick to a schedule. It's not... They have, like, no empathy for other adults. I was like, yeah, I don't understand. How are we supposed to plan around this crap? Especially me. I'm not supposed to plan around this. So we got Comet. Comet Hallis. Comatalis. I don't know, whatever. 29 blue, yellow, brown, Stormheim Dragon. Deal damage to all enemies, convert 5 blue gems to blue dragon gems. There's a 10% chance for an extra turn boosted by blue gems. So damage to all, but dragon gems this time. Is that better or is that not better? Isn't it the giant gems with the other ones? We look at Saphirax, the other blue dragon. I think he does the big blues. Which one's better? If you have dragon gems, they explode downwards. If you have the big blues, they kind of just in that area. Kind of like a Doom Skull, I guess. So I guess these are slightly better, like they're saying. They're slightly better. Like, that is slightly better. Exploding downward. And, give 1 to all skill points to blue allies when matching blue gems. Reduce damage from skulls by 30%. Reduce damage from spells by 55%. Didn't the other dragons just have skull reduction, maybe? Bear Razor. Yeah, I know, man. He's got it. He's got it made, right? He's got it made. It's just based on, like, they're in Australia, and that's probably the start of their work day or something. That's why I guess they're like 12 hours ahead or something. So if he streams at 8 and they put it out at 8, they go into work and they hit the go button at 8 a.m. or whatever because they're like 12 hours ahead of us, then he's just, luckily for him. What else do we got here? Eclipsos. 29 green, purple, brown, Cinemirage Dragon. Deal damage to all enemies. Convert 5 brown gems to brown dragon gems. 10% chance for an extra turn boosted by brown gems. So it's just the same as the other dragons except for dragon gems and then different traits a little bit. Reduction of spell damage, 55%. So it's going to reduce their... Anything you get hit with, it's going to reduce it by half plus some. That's cool. Anita Gamer, how's it going? This laptop's going to every screen except for the one I want. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm probably just hitting the wrong buttons, though. Distracted. Alright, so that's the brown one. We got the blue one here. Here's the green one. Looks pretty cool. Like, if you look at... They look cool. I always liked Ruby Wrath as my favorite of the other ones. Ruby Wrath. I thought that was the coolest looking one. What's the coolest looking Cosmic Dragon? We got this one. That one. Kind of like that one better than the other one. Eclipsos. A little fatty. Got that one. That's cool. That's like dark green. 29 green, red, brown, Darkstone Dragon. Green Dragon Gems. Green Allies. That one's pretty cool. That's probably my second favorite out of the first 3. Meteorodon. His whole face is blocked by the letters. That's cool. That's like me making a thumbnail right there. I would shrink them down. I would bring them down a little bit, though. I think I can make that card better than them, and I'm not even professional at it. I've just learned over the years. You don't want his whole face in his name. Bring him down a little bit, y'all. You can't even see his eyeball. All I gotta do is maybe move the letters up a little bit and move the dragon down a little bit, and they would have his eyeball at least under the O. What are you doing? Can't even see his face. But that one's cool. Red dragon gems, red allies, same stats or same traits. You see how they did with this one? Like, they put his face right under the writing, right? Same with that one, right under the writing. This one, and then they got this guy. He just covering his face. He don't want to be seen. Maybe he's just really tall. Lunar Aurelion. Lunar Aurelion. You can see his face. That's nice. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Purple dragon gems. And Solar Rithus. That one's cool. I like it's kind of like golden. It is yellow, purple, brown. Damage to all enemies. Yellow dragon gems. Wonder, like, what would you put these with? Guess the same crap you would put everything, the other dragons with, kind of. Stellarx is the new Diamantina, right? All colors, 31 mana cost. Come on, stupid computer. So yeah, 31, all color, and deals damage to all enemies. That's quite a, look at that, 85. Create 3 elemental stars and 3 umbral stars. There's a 10% chance for an extra turn boosted by skulls. How come his damage doesn't get boosted, though? Or does it? Just says create. Like, let's look at Diamantina. Diamantina. Where you at, girl? I'll get to the chat in a sec. Deal damage to all enemies boosted by skulls. Right? Boosted by skulls. Deal damage to all enemies. Period. Create 3 elemental stars and 3 umbral stars. It might get extra turns, like, more. But, I think Diamantina's gonna hit harder. Still. So, we got a new Diamantina that doesn't hit as hard as Diamantina, so... I guess the chance, the elemental and umbral stars, like, put it with the wand or something. That'd be cool. But if we're looking to one-shot stuff, like what is Diamantina used for most of the time, right? Anita, thank you so much. I just saw that. Sana, thank you. Just finally got into the chat. This laptop, like, needs some TP. Let's see. We got Florian, we got Sana, we got Glorfindel. Is this fan blowing into the mic? You guys let me know, because I'm not going to know until after the stream. Florian, Sana, Glorfindel, Supernova, Efley, Solitary Mind, Bear Reza, Cookie Man, Glorfindel. We had Sana running out there. Anita, member for 3 months, appreciate it. Gifted 5, thank you so much. I didn't even see the 5. I thought you just did 1. Thank you. Want to make sure that you're not running around with the holy underwear. The underwear stream, that was the last one, right? Epic underwear stream. People were donating so I could buy underwear. Glorfindel with the gifted. Another one. Did you mean to do that twice? Appreciate it. You guys. So, Sana, run out there. Anita said, let's go. Let's get it started. And then definitely figured it out for sure. And we're moving. And then Glorfindel jumped on the back with the shovel, started throwing coal into the fire. Filter by dragons. Yeah, I could do that, right? That'd be smarter. Troop type dragon. Somebody was like, how come you didn't use a... You totally overlooked the Boreal Crystal for your World Event team. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I'll show you. I don't overlook stuff. But yeah, here we go. Thank you, Bear Racer. That's better. Alright, anyway, we're talking about this guy. I think he's not going to hit as hard as Diamantina. And what do you use Diamantina for? You use Diamantina to one-shot things. You use Diamantina to clear the vault keys. You use Diamantina to clear pets. You use Diamantina in the World Event because it hits the hardest out of anything in the game. Are we going to use Stellarx when we have Diamantina? I don't know. And are you going to start opening these eggs when you have one more dragon for the other? I don't know. Like, you're going to have to choose. Like, if you don't have Diamantina yet, I would say keep going for it. Don't get sucked into this FOMO of these dragons. You know what I mean? If I was to give advice to people, and you have 4 of the other dragons, 5 of the other dragons, keep going for Diamantina. I think Diamantina is probably going to be better. Of course, I haven't used Stellarx yet. Of course, it's a new thing, and everybody's going to want it. But it doesn't get boosted. I mean, has anybody else talked about this? Am I just overlooking something? Sometimes I do that. Deal damage to all enemies, period. So if you're looking for something to, like, keep going and going and going, maybe like when Diamantina isn't one-shotting, maybe in the Underspire when you're on the 7th dragon and you have Diamantina and you're like, oh, I got to get Diamantina up twice. Maybe this thing would loop, and then you could, you know, it'd be better because you don't have to, don't take as long. You don't have to get Diamantina up twice. You don't have to cast the wand 50 million times or whatever. But as far as damage-wise, just pure who's going to hit harder, I think Diamantina's already got this one beat. Unless, you know, let me know what you guys think about that opinion. Florian said hello. Sana says push that like button. Glorfindel. Microsoft says 7 p.m. is for the update. 7 p.m. EST for the update. That's the best info I've seen, but I've seen other info as well that conflicts with that. But that's what I'm thinking too. Supernova said hello. Efley said morning. Solitary Mind. English pudding. The pet is hideous, the pudding thing, I know. Yeah, it always comes out during his live stream. Lucky dog. The pet does not taste good. Glorfindel says, I had a problem where my daughter treated me to the campaign pass as a present. Long story short, she was charged twice in Gems of War support. Says she can do nothing. You know what? I haven't seen her in a while. Is Kafka still around? Bear says a day and 12 hours ahead or something of the sort. Wow. Glorf says, stinks of the shite service. I'm ready to just tell them they can poke their game. Same here, man. I'm just done with, like, every aspect of this game. Sometimes. It's not just the game. It's not just the developers. It's other things as well that would be self-sabotaging to say. Yeah, and thank you so much, Anita and Sana and Glorfindel, once again. Sound is fine. That is good to see. They delayed the New Kingdom. I know, so... What up, I am the Messiah, by the way. They delayed the New Kingdom, so... Even more. Like, they already delayed it by a week, right? And I've heard that they delayed it even more. I was going to go read the forum and stuff, but I don't know if this computer's going to work or not. Yeah, I think they delayed it more. Like, even more. Because there's Terran's World. If you go to Terran's World, I'll try right now. You guys, hang in there with me. But I think the new Dragon's not going to be as good as Diamantina. That's my hot take right now, as far as this goes. Alright, how would I play the game today? We got this adventure board. Let's do it, I guess, while I blather. But you know, use something like this for vault keys, for just quick clear, for pets, for world events. Whenever you can use Diamantina. Are you ever going to use the new Diamantina instead of Diamantina if you have Diamantina? And if you have 4 of the dragons, or 5 of the dragons that go towards Diamantina, are you really going to start opening the new ones instead of finishing off Diamantina, who is better? I wouldn't recommend it. I know that's like, nobody wants to hear that. But that's why you come here. You want to hear that kind of stuff. Like, you want to know what you should do, not what, you know, makes you feel happy and special inside. So I would continue to keep trying to get Diamantina if I were you, especially if you're already halfway there. The same thing's going to happen with Stellarx. You're going to open Cosmic Dragons and get the same one 50,000 times. It took me like 18 tries to get Diamantina. Like triple what it should have. And there's no... They never did the thing where, hey, you get 4 dragons, you can't get another copy. I got like 6, 7 copy of certain ones. Alright, here's Terran's World. Let's see what it says right now about weekly event spoilers. Because, I think they put out the calendar and immediately it is now wrong, huh? So, this week we have World Event. Next week it says Holiday and Underspire and Invasion. Frostfire Keep Stormheim week next week. That doesn't say, midnight. December 25th, Christmas. We have a World Event. We have a Bright Forest week. That doesn't say midnight. And then the week after that, we have midnight. So they delayed it by 2 weeks. It's supposed to happen next week. See, this is more evidence of it not coming out today. This is why I'm not, like, 100% agreeing that it's coming out tonight at 7 p.m. EST. So don't get your hopes up too much, and don't be too disappointed when you're just watching the regular old game tonight. But it could be. I mean, it's like a 50-50 maybe. But yeah, dude, like, it used to say midnight next week, right? December 18th. If you look at... Where is it? This is gonna be there. This is wrong now. Midnight countdown. Midnight countdown. Like, we're counting down to when we're gonna get midnight, right? Is that what that means? What does midnight countdown mean, y'all? Like, what are they counting down to? I'm not sure. Are they just counting down to the end of the campaign? I don't think that was the original idea of it. They can spin it and say that's what they were meaning, but I doubt it. Midnight countdown. In 4 days, 14 hours, we're supposed to get midnight. I don't think so. That's not what Terran's World says now. In the game files, they have Stormheim next week, they have Bright Forest the week after that, and then they have midnight. So we're talking the new year. In 2024, we're getting midnight. So when are we getting Battlegrounds? When are we getting the Dragons? When are we getting... I mean, Terror's not coming. Terror won't come till the new year, so that's another thing. So we're definitely not... We're getting like half the update, if anything. Tonight, maybe. 50-50 chance. Not to be a Debbie Downer, but I just want y'all to, you know, look at the clues and the information here. And then if you go to the forum... which my laptop will take forever doing, I'm sure. Let's run a battle while I look this up. Just leveling up Death Knight, good old Rowan. You don't have to change out of Rowan just because you got other stuff. Gems of War. Come on. I just like to, I think this is a good team to, like, level classes. Otherwise, you're running, like, a Diamantina with no hero. Or something like that, or faux mag with no hero. Just to level my hero, I use Rowan, that's why. So I still got something to do, because I don't, you know how I feel about that. Alright, latest news on gemsofwar.com. We have nothing. They didn't... Here's what I was saying on Discord. Why can't they say something like, hey, players, sorry, but we've had to delay the update. Usually we put it out on, you know, Tuesday at 8 p.m. As you have seen, we did not do that, and we've had some problems. Stay tuned and, you know, whatever. You don't even have to say when it's coming, but at least let us know. We're all sitting here just waiting for it. Like, say something. I see people defend them, and I get it. Like, I'm not blaming the devs, like, literal the devs. Somebody, though, is, somebody there doesn't care. Somebody at their company doesn't care. Maybe it's not the devs. Maybe it's not all the devs. Maybe it's a couple of them. Or maybe it's not the devs at all. Maybe it's a higher up. But somebody doesn't care. That's for sure. All us adults out here, like, trying to plan our days around a game. You know what I mean? Like, I want to play the game. I want it to update. I have a YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta know when the freaking update comes out. Usually, it comes out on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Before, like, the last couple years, it was every single time. Tuesday at 8 p.m. Tuesday at 8 p.m. Tuesday at 8 p.m. Lately, that hasn't been the case. We've had, like, a Monday. We've had, like, a Tuesday morning. We've had a Wednesday before. All kinds of different times. Sometimes it comes out at 7. Sometimes it comes out at 9. Even if it comes out on Tuesday. Sometimes it's not at 8. It's sometimes 7, 8, 9. Who knows when? They don't respect our time or anything. They don't care. Somebody doesn't. And then it's not even that. It's like the bugs after that. You can say, like, well, you know, this and that, and they're out of their control, and PlayStation didn't clear it, and yada yada. But, what about all the bugs after? What about all the bugs? Oh, but the testers, and the testers this, and they don't listen to them. They do have testers. We know testers. You guys have probably talked to the testers. You know people that have been in the beta. We all know a person that was in the beta. They don't listen to them. They don't care what they say. They're like watching them play and getting data, but they're not listening to the words that come out of their mouths. That's for sure. They look at their almighty data in the game, and that's it. That's why they're probably doing a PvP update, because nobody plays PvP. Everybody complains about whenever they get a task that says you have to go do PvP. What's everybody say? They all complain. PvP? Why are you making us play PvP? PvP? Glory? I have to get glory now? That means I have to play PvP, which is cool because they fixed that, and now you can get glory other ways for those tasks. But you see they're listening a little bit, but they're also just looking at data in the game. They see nobody's playing PvP, so they say, let's update it so more people play it. I don't know. But everybody's complaining about PvP, so I don't understand why. I don't know. See, they don't care. They're not listening to the people complain. They're looking at the data, and they're trying to, like, make you play PvP out of, like, FOMO. I want gold marks, I want silver marks, I want the new pets. What's the best way to get somebody to play something? Let's put a pet. Let's put some dragons. That's always been what I've said. Best way to get anybody to do anything in this game is like a pet, or a dragon, or a shiny, or a starry. And what do you keep seeing? You keep seeing that. People don't want to miss out on the shiny, starry dragon pet. And then you think about, like, the PvP's not what you think either. I'm trying not to be super negative, but they should have put the update. Yeah, they should have put it out. So I'm not, like, super happy right now. As far as the PvP Battlegrounds goes, it's not live PvP. Don't think that, because it's not. That would be a major announcement that they would have put out there clear as day, that if they were doing live PvP, we would know it, and they're not. It's not. It's just like it is now. You run your offensive team, and then somebody else runs their offensive team against your offensive team. And it's kind of like Arena, where you play Arena, you use a team, and then later on someone else will face that team because you used that team as your offensive team. That's how it's going to work with the PvP. You're going to pick a team, and then later on someone else is going to face that team because you used that team as your offensive team. Just like Arena goes. And I'm sure Puzzle Quest, you guys, anybody that's played Puzzle Quest, I hear they're just taking everything from Puzzle Quest and bringing it over here. It's not even like original ideas. Be cool if they would, like, think up original ideas for this game instead of just stealing everything from Puzzle Quest. I mean, if we wanted to play Puzzle Quest, we'd be playing it. For some reason, they got this, like... They want Puzzle Quest to be successful. But it's not as successful as this game. They need to think more about, like, this game. For some reason, they don't. So they just keep bringing stuff from Puzzle Quest. That's their, that's how they fix... Oh, we're just gonna bring everything over. We don't have to think of new stuff. Terror mechanic, right? Isn't that the same thing? PvP, the 5 battle a day thing, isn't that the same thing as... I don't even play Puzzle Quest, and I know some of that stuff is the same stuff from there. A lot of the artwork isn't it? I don't know. I know they bring a lot of stuff from Puzzle Quest. Does other games do that? Are you playing like Blizzard game and you're playing whatever game and you see a mechanic from another game? I don't know. Most times I don't know, maybe I guess. If you think about, like, it has to be like a sequel though, like Dark Souls, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3. Of course they're going to bring mechanics over. But this isn't like a sequel. It's not the same. I don't know, maybe it is. It's like a... But still, they're 2 active games. And you're just not even thinking up new ideas for Gems of War. You're just bringing over ideas from the other game. To where eventually it's just going to be the same game. We got a forum post here. Update what's taking so long, it says. Did I run all my battles? Yes. So I did this. Gotta collect a tribute. Let's go fail the dungeon. There we go. You see how it pauses for a second? I love that. That makes me think it's not rigged. I love when it pauses for a second. When after I pick like a right choice and then I go to the next one, it like pauses for a second to think about it. Yeah. That's not suspicious at all. Should you start buying Dragonite again? I don't know. It's up to you. How many gems do you got? There's so much stuff you're going to have to... It's going to cost lots of gems. Think about the future here. Got a new faction coming. You know how much that's going to be, like 2,500 if you want to get it done all the way to 500. We got a new class coming. I know a lot of y'all have all your classes at 100. Do you want to have Nightweaver at 100? It's going to cost a couple thousand gems. The PvP Battleground thing, is that costing gems? Is there anything in that that's going to cost some sort of gems? Possibly, I don't know. So to go back to buying Dragonite, it's going to be hard. Your gem stack's going to keep going down and down and down. Alright, so update what's taking so long. The dragons are already added to the unowned troops inventory. Yeah, we just looked at that at the beginning, so if you didn't see that, go back a bit, and we looked at all the new dragons. But the update is still not there. Usually it's there before reset on Wednesday. What's happening? And somebody here says it's supposed to come out tonight according to the Apple Store. But then someone else here says game files have just been updated. Apparently midnight got pushed back another 2 weeks. This makes it likely that the update 7.3 will also get delayed by up to another 2 weeks. So one person said one thing, one person said the other thing, so I don't know. But then we also have screenshots from another person that says update is happening tomorrow, which they probably posted this yesterday. And yeah, and this couple screenshots there of it. And somebody says, if anything, the update probably failed certification either at PlayStation or Xbox. If they can push out the new dragon eggs now, they can take their sweet time with the rest of the update. Not looking forward to the terror status effect, and I'm glad we're not losing casual PvP for easier pet gnomes during the vault. Then this person's quoting a dev, I think, that said, actually we had to reschedule half of December and January after we thought they were finalized already. So it takes time to work out what to shuffle where and get approvals. And they say, might still take a while. So, yeah, wouldn't official communication be sweet? That's what I was saying. For this, we would need to clarify what is official in the first place. For the last couple of years, the only reliable source of info has been Terran's World, and we were just looking at Terran's World, right? So if that's the only good source of info these days, next week we have Stormheim. The week after that, we have Bright Forest, and then it's midnight. So are they going to put out, like, the update on, maybe December 26th? Or will it be today? Tonight. I don't know. Like, that screenshot from whatever, Apple Store could just stay like that. It could just say tomorrow 000. Doesn't say what day. It could just forever say tomorrow 00000. Like, if it doesn't still say tomorrow 000 today, I don't know. Alright, I better catch up in the chat here. Sorry. Mike Nugent, what up? Back after your November 8th comeback of all time. Oh, you talking about that Guild Wars battle? That was sick. I had lost all my troops except for one, and then I beat 4 enemies with 1 troop. I think that's what you're talking about. Bear says these dragon eggs will be 500 or 550. Yeah, 550 for sure. Glorf says I'm still going for Diamantina, so I have to get that first. I agree, that's what you should do. Maybe get 1 Cosmic Dragon, because it's a 100% chance that you get a new dragon, but I'm not recommending it. But if you have the FOMO and you can't help yourself, you know, at least you're going to know that you get a new one if you open 1 Cosmic Egg. But for all the people that don't have Diamantina yet, I would totally recommend you just continue to go after Diamantina. The new dragon doesn't hit harder. Like the new, other dragons, the new Cosmic Dragons, like the 6 of them, might be fun. and might be a little tougher, like they say. But I think the little bit tougher means they have the spell damage mitigation and the skull damage mitigation. It's not that they hit harder, like to a, you know, really high degree or anything. Like maybe we should compare like Ruby Wrath with the other one. So let's go base rarity, dragons, and here's my favorite of the old, other than Diamantina. I think this one looks cool. I'm not saying it's like the best spell-wise, but it deals damage to all enemies boosted by red gems. 63, but I guess we can't tell because I won't have it leveled up and crap, but... Is this the red one? 66, it does do more. But wait, is that not boosted again? Hold up. Hold up, wait a minute, let me put some. Deal damage to all enemies, boosted by red gems. You guys haven't told me I'm tripping yet, right? Deal damage to all enemies, boosted by red gems. Deal damage to all enemies, period. That's not the same. These are tougher because they have the traits that they have. They don't hit harder. I think they have more potential to loop. I think the new dragons have more potential to loop. But why are you using... Most of the time, why are you using one of these dragons? Why are you using Diamantina? Just think of it that way. Before you go, like, spending all your Dragonite on these dragons without Diamantina. If you already have Diamantina, then go for it. I'm just saying, like, if you don't have Diamantina, there's a lot of people out there that don't have it yet, believe it or not. So, if you don't have it yet, I'll continue to go after Diamantina because it's boosted. Its damage is boosted. Every other dragon that you get along the ways, damage is boosted. This says period. Deal damage to all enemies, period. So it says 66. The other one says 63, but the other one can get boosted to way more than 66. Convert red gems to red dragon gems. There's a 10% chance for an extra turn boosted by red gems. The boost there is for the 10% chance for an extra turn, right? It's not for the damage. And then 1 skill point to all red allies and matching red gems. Like, once again, when you're using these dragons, you're trying to wipe stuff out in 1 or 2 shots. You're not gonna be sitting there like matching red all day to get your stats up. If you're doing that, you're just taking forever to to prove a point or something. It's not worth it. Dragons are for clearing in 1 shot quickly and moving on to the next battle. They're not for sitting there and boosting your stats or sitting there and looping forever. They're for like clearing stuff and getting out of there. And this thing is weaker than Diamantina. Period. It says period. It doesn't say boosted by yada yada yada. There's a ×4 boost ratio, but there is a 10% chance for an extra turn boosted by skulls. I think. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know. I'm not trying to like say 100%, but it's just like if you read them, there's a difference. In my eyes, there's a difference, right? Deal damage to all enemies boosted by red gems. It tells you like right up front. All of them. Boosted by brown gems. There's no period like to where it's like... No one's arguing with me right now. I'm not saying that. I'm just... Boosted by blue gems. Boosted by yellow gems. They all say boosted by color gem. Deal damage to all enemies. Period. So... Just saying like that... Get Diamantina first. It's better. It's just more shiny dragons for you to chase. You know what I mean? With like somewhat of a loopy potential. But why are we looping with dragons? We're clearing in 1 shot with dragons. We're not looping with dragons most of the time, unless you're playing something super hard. And there's other things. If you're going to want to loop, there's other things you could do that are more proven and more reliable. Might take a little longer, but. Anyway, why did I not run my dungeon? Because I failed it, that's why. And I don't need diamonds, I don't need jewels. I got a kajillion shards I could turn into any jewel or any diamond. And I got a kajillion diamonds, so until they put some other thing for those, I don't run them if I don't get a perfect. For now, I wouldn't recommend it for everybody, but let's do this world event, I guess. Silken Queen. Okay, why am I using the Daisy's Cudgel? That's another question people had. Why not the Arboreal Crystal, you say? Well, the Arboreal Crystal is blue and purple. Blue, purple. Blue and purple. I don't want it, like, stealing all the mana from my Venoxia and Shoggoth. If I want to loop Venoxia, I want to have not blue and purple in front of her. I mean, you know, it's like, whatever. If you want to use a Boreal Crystal, that's fine. It's not that big of a deal. But this thing uses brown and purple, so it's using brown instead of 2 colors that are blocking 2 damage dealers. It's only using 1 color that might block a damage dealer. And then Venoxia makes green and blue, which is not purple or brown. So if I'm looping, I'm actually looping like I know how to loop. I'm not using a blue-purple weapon where it's going to steal the mana. I'm trying to actually loop like you're supposed to. I'm trying to go green and blue back into my damage dealers, not back into my weapon to then cast the weapon. That's not a loop. This is better in my opinion. The Boreal Crystal's fine. I mean, if you don't have Daisy's Cudgel, it's a random explodey weapon. I understand. Definitely, it's probably second best, but I'm just saying, they were, like, kind of slightly rude about it, and that's why... And this has a green storm, so it goes with your loop. It's not stealing all your mana back, so it's better than a Boreal Crystal, at least slightly. Of course, a Boreal Crystal is an amazing weapon. It's probably the best explodey. It's the best of that typing, but just for this one situation, looping back into Venoxia and Shoggoth. And if you want to move your troops around and use a Boreal Crystal, that's fine, but I never like using 2 troops of the same exact color. And I am right here, but it's Leprechaun empowered, so that doesn't count. If something's empowered, it might as well have no mana color, because it's already up. You don't need to take mana to get it up. So if something's empowered, just don't think about that troop. Think about that as like having no color, because it's already got all of its mana. And it's on the bottom of the team. It's not stealing anything from anybody. It doesn't need anything from anybody. It's empowered, so it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter that these 2 use the same colors. But Boreal Crystal and Shoggoth are not empowered. So to use this 2 troops of the same exact color, that's like a novice beginner mistake. You don't do that. You want to, like, diversify as much as possible. And you want to, like, make sure your colors are going back into your damage dealers and not into your weapon. If you move them around and stuff, but like I said, I hate seeing same colors, like, on a team. Mana flows from the top to the bottom. You don't want to steal mana with your weapon. The whole point of the loop is to get your damage dealers back up, not to get your weapon back up. So it's just supposed to be fast anyway. You're supposed to explode the Leprechaun. If it doesn't get up Venoxia or Shoggoth, you're supposed to explode the Cudgel. Then you just go to town with your Venoxia and Shoggoth. It's not supposed to be, like, rocket science or anything. Welcome back, Mark. Glorfindel says, Stellarx, go enchantment route and use Leocorn. I can see, like, teams for it. I'm not, like, totally pooping on it. I'm just saying it's not better than Diamantina. That's the only... It's better than a lot of other stuff. If we take Diamantina out of the equation, Stellarx is amazing. It's like if you have High King Irongut and the Great Maul. Are you still going to use the Great Maul? Still a good troop, and I still recommend it to, like, mid-level players that don't have High King Irongut, because it still does something. It does something good, and it does something well. But when you have High King Irongut, why are you going to use the Great Maul? If you have Diamantina, why are you going to use Stellarx? Maybe they're different colors, you know. They're all, like, 6 colors, though, so what's... It's never, like, a time to... There's got to be some reason, like maybe the kingdom, or... Does it have a kingdom? Probably a situation. Like, somebody out there could come up with a reason. I gotta collect my rewards. Make sure I have all my tokens and crap. Sucks the update didn't come out yet. Yeah, I got a badge. Now I gotta go out. Stop it. Badge of Omens. Now, with this, you know, Secret is an option. Once again, I'm going to, like, tell you why I'm doing what I'm doing. Because I always have reasons. I don't just willy-nilly stuff, usually. Sometimes when I'm really tired in the morning, I might willy-nilly a little bit, but most of the time I'm not willy-nilly in these teams. Why not Secra, right? Because Secra hits one at a time. This is the same thing as like using a Chris Hound. I always like slap myself in the forehead and like, why are people flocking? You know? This will hit all enemies with true damage. You're going to go and win faster. You're going to do 3 battles in the time that you do a Secra. And I love Secra. You guys know that. I don't love it, but I love suggesting it so players can get stuff done and so success rate. And I love feeling like, yay, now everybody can get it done because they know to use the Secret team and they're just going to loop it to death and they're definitely going to win. That makes me feel good. But, you know, if you have access to something that's AoE with true damage, you should do that instead, because Secret is going to take for freaking ever, casting at least 4 times. What do we got here? Got that. And I think it's this. Now in this case, I'd cast Shoggoth. Bang, bang. Usually it's more like Vinoxia for the win, but that time, for some reason... Oh, and I changed my class, so if I was going to actually... Sometimes when I show my teams, I'm using a class and I'm just leveling, so this could definitely better. Like, if I wanted to show off or something, I would just use the right class, you know what I mean? Like, I'd go for Archer or something like that, to where I could have a Green Storm, like Vinoxia would loot better. Maybe Vinoxia would get up faster instead of Shoggoth, but I'm using Death Knight so I can level it, so I got a Blue Storm, so you saw Shoggoth get up first on that battle. So I'm not showing you this team like I want you to use it. I'm showing it as I'm using it. So if you were to use this team, it would go even better than what you're seeing on the screen. Because you would be using like Archer or Thief or something like that, to where you have like a purple or a Green Storm or something, and a 50% start with your Daisy's Cudgel. You know what I mean? I'm using Death Knight just to level it. So it's not going to look as impressive on the screen because I'm leveling a class, which has no 50% start. Funky Town, Texas, gifted. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, man. You are probably the big bicep bodyguard. I'm losing track. Anita says, help to Christmas is coming. Yeah, I got 4 kids, and it definitely helps. And I do appreciate it. And I don't even say it very often as far as, like, I'm not trying to, like, guilt anybody into anything, but Glorf says he got caught out last night, Bear. Stayed up till 3 a.m. my time for nothing. Oh, no. Hey, thanks, Mark. I do appreciate... I try to be... My brutal honesty. It drives some people away, but it keeps some of y'all around. And the ones that it keeps around are the real, strong, smart ones. The real adults that are strong and smart is who I think stays around. Everybody else just wants to see all the... Hey, yay, everybody. The new drive... Let's get them. They're the best. Woo! And then, like, 3 months later, you never see that troop again. And for some reason, they're not smart enough to, like, see that. Like, if somebody said something to me and then it turned out not to be true a couple weeks later, I would remember that. But somehow we got, like, the goldfish people watching. Anyway, let's not go off on that tangent. Yo, Chad with the 2, thank you so much. You're the best, man. Brian Walker, you're not late. F. Lee. This is why you don't get game codes, that's for sure. I would always feel like if I got game codes from the devs, I would feel like I would have to, like, hold my tongue a little bit. I think I would. Like, you would just think that in the back of your head. You would have to. Like, oh, crap, I got to ask this dev for these codes again and this email. Are they going to take a week? Are they going to take a month? Are they going to give them to me right away? In the back of my head. Should I say should I say the truth? Should I get mad about staying up late and waiting for the update when it was supposed to come out? Should I get mad? I got to ask for codes in like a week, man, huh? And they just put pets in there for me and everything. Should I say what I'm really thinking in my... Should I tell the people the truth, really? I don't know, man. It's just going to make it harder for me to get codes, right? That's what I would think. I would definitely... I'm being honest. If I was getting codes, which I wouldn't get because I'm on PlayStation anyway, so I can't give them out. And I probably could, though. I could probably ask the devs, get codes for PC and give them out to PC people. Why not? I'm pretty sure I could. But I never did because I always wanted to be able to tell the brutal truth about everything. I don't want the little bit at the back of my head about, oh man, I gotta ask her for codes. Gotta ask for codes in a week. Ugh. Man, should I really say what I want to say? Probably not. I should probably hold my tongue. I should probably be nice. Because, you know, she could take a week, she could take 3 weeks, she could take a month. And she's gonna... Oh, yeah, buddy? Yeah? Is that what you think? Alright then. You're gonna get your codes in like a month. You know, and I'm just being honest. Like, if I had codes, I would be thinking that. And I would probably hold my tongue more. Like, man, I don't want no smoke with the devs. I don't want my codes to be late, so I'm just gonna be really nice and not say what everybody else is thinking. Glorf says, while he's on a rant, just to say that Feyhound is now available in the Wildcourt faction if you need it, or more copies. Hey, that's good info, thank you. So Feyhound is available in Wildcourt. Brian, thank you so much for the 5. Hope I didn't miss the train. Grabs the rag and shovel. Yeah. You're probably on top, like, shooting off the rocket launcher at this point. If I had to say so. I don't know, see how Shoggoth keeps getting up for me? It's because I'm using Death Knight with the Blue Storm. If I was using, like, Archer or Thief or something, my Venoxia would be looping better. Still loops okay, because it does put blue on the board, and I have a Blue Storm, but... I don't care to show off, so I want my Death Knight experience, you know. I'd rather have my Death Knight class experience than to show off and use, like, Archer or... just so the battles look better. You guys can do that. I love Shoggoth's one of my favorite troops that like nobody ever uses. I think it's cool. It goes good with life and death to a degree. It goes good with Venoxia, of course. It's an elemental. You can 50% start it. It does true damage. It silences. It has an enrage on it. It explodes the whole freaking board. What is there to not like about Shoggoth? You can get it in the underworld. It's a legendary you can get in the underworld for like almost free, pretty much. Shoggoth is up there as far as underrated. It might be one of the most underrated troops. A new dragon win, says Mark. Well, whenever they put out the update, we're going to get the new cosmic dragons. It's going to be just like the ones we got right now, where you open eggs for, like, Ruby Wrath and Saphirax and Amaldrin and all those. But there's going to be 6 cosmic dragons. And they're in Unknowned right now, if you want to go look at them. We looked at them at the beginning of the stream. And, we're getting 6 more, and their powers combine, Captain Planet. And then they make Stellarx instead of Diamantina. So that's not exactly how it goes, but you know what I mean. Captain Planet, metaphor, insert here. Wonder how many times Seeker would have to hit. It's getting pretty difficult. If it's like 1 time, yeah. If it's 2 times, that's 8 casts. And she don't have any extra magic or anything in a world event. Nobody does. Except for, I mean, you do, of course. That's the whole idea. It's the medal. But it's not like she specifically has, like usual. In a journey event, the reason you would use Secra or whatever, it's the captain. It has a billion magic because it's the captain. Same with, like, the whatever else. The invasion, the raids. In those events, you have to use specific troops. And you should, because you get more score, and they hit super hard. They got like a kajillion magic. In this event, everything has a kajillion magic, so it's better to hit all enemies. They're not forcing you to use one troop that hits really hard. You can use anything, and it hits really hard. It's the medal. In raids, invasions, and journey, it's the troop. In world event, it's just the medal. You can use whatever you want to hit really hard. Everything hits for just the same amount of extra damage. Not that anybody was thinking, like, but... I ran out of sigils, so I wonder how far we are. Where am I at? It's right in the middle. We still need quite a bit Woo! Well, luckily the update didn't come out yet, I guess. What do we got this weekend? Vault event. Oh no, we better finish this crap. If you're in a guild and you're like in a high-level guild and you're getting all the rewards, you want to get the all rewards by Thursday on a vault weekend. And today is Wednesday. But I guess I should put my money where my mouth is and, like, buy to tier 4, maybe. Well, maybe. If the stream goes long enough, I'll buy some more. They can shove Dragonite up their holes. Glorf says, Chad, you might have to time me out today. Hey, don't time out Glorfindale. We know there's certain people with... They can say whatever they want. Pretty much. There's probably a couple things you could say that would make... Yeah. Faceless One, member for 42 freaking months. That's crazy. Keep on spreading the truth. I love it. Hey, that's why it's a small, you know, small grouping of the choir members stick around. TJ Collins Aerospace. Hello. Glorfindale says, boom, respect to the Faceless One. Then he left a $5. Thank you. Hype, hype, hype. Dude, I'm so far behind in the chat, and you know how I am, so I'm going to catch up. I'm way behind, dude. Bear says he has 3.8. Ooh, that's another thing. I want to check how much I have, because I don't really have a lot. I don't think I have a lot of Dragonite. Where is it now? Where is it now? Ew! I can only get one? This is stupid. Ew. Because I haven't been buying it. I gotta go hard in the vault event. If you go... Some people are gonna buy, like, all the dragons right away. I was happy to not have to buy Dragonite in the dungeon, y'all. I was taking a break. And now, here we go, we need Dragonite. Oh, well. That's good, Bear, man. You have a ton. I mean, you have, like, 4 times more than I do. More than that. Glorf says the Cosmic Dragons will go well with converters like Veneratus. Bear says the new dragons aren't boosted by anything. Supernova says don't forget to add your magic level. I mean, you gotta do that on... Oh, that's true, though. Like, the dragons aren't leveled yet. But still, they're not gonna get boosted, so... I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. Anita says I'll be one of those that doesn't have Miss Diamantina, but I have loads of the same dragons, except for that one. Supernova says I'm not getting any of those dragons because no true damage. Mark says, why do dragons hit hard one time and not the next game? I don't know. Supernova says Venoxia is better, even Phoenix is better because true damage. Yeah, Phoenix is a good choice. Professor says lost a 500 pure faction today because baby dragon summoned a new dragon and looped me to death. Oh no. Professor says going to ignore Dragonite for a while, missing blue and sick of dupes. Brian says, same boat as the professor. Mark says, why do classes earn XP after level 100? Because, I don't know, there's some things like that in this game. Like, you will earn, what's something else? Like, if you do PvP, you just keep getting I don't know. That's not a good example, probably, but, there's other things like that in the game. If you do a holiday event, and you get the max of whatever, you can still get... If you have, like, a battle crasher, and you can still get it. It's just the same as all that crap. Like, class experience... If you have it at 100, you still get class experience. They just... I forget why. It's not like... There's no... You just do. Underwear for all the kids and dad. Crimson Fury's here. I'm way behind in the chat, so... Sparkinator on the milk carton. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Willis. Supernova says, yep, the devs will tell you to stick to the script. Glorf says, Mark, they don't. It just awards it, but counts to nothing. Right. Crimson says I missed a life and death weapon by 3 gems. Oh no. Supernova says people don't understand how to use the card description is confusing. Glor says Crimson, you need another tribute, even a few treasure hunts. That's a shame. I know you could get gems. Rich Kaufman's here. At least I won't get a dupe. Glor says, back in the real world, I gotta work till 10 p.m. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Not much grinding for me. Stupid game, stupid job. I need a drink. Rich is gonna have Diamantina by next week. That's nice. Yeah, one thing I didn't... Like, we're gonna level those dragons. So, maybe they will hit harder, but... Anyway, I don't know. I just wanted to... The main point is... Diamantina gets boosted. All the other dragons get boosted by something. and the other ones don't. That's my only point. Maybe we don't have them yet, so I can't say for sure anything. Like, maybe Stellarx does hit harder than Diamantina. I usually don't like to say for sure things before I have a troop and use it. But that's just an observation. All the dragons we have now get boosted by something. The new dragons don't get boosted by something. That's the observation. That's it. Period. Like, in my head, I was thinking, oh, they're the same as the other ones. They're probably going to get boosted by the color. And then I read them, and I'm like, oh, no, never mind. They're not. You're sick, so you're sounding like poop. What are we going to do now? I got to open vault keys. Is there anything else? Oh, the pet. I guess I could do the pet. Yeah, sure, whatever. Death Knight leveling. Get the new pudding pet. That looks nothing like pudding. I know it's from another country, but if it was a hot dog pet, it would look somewhat like a hot dog, and not like a biscuit or something. Pudding to me is like a bowl of like brown chocolate gelatinous stuff. Maybe it's just like the pudding is inside a donut and it's like that's the pudding? Why not call it donut? You don't call Oreo filling. Do different countries like call stuff by what's inside of it? Like, do they call Oreos filling? I'm gonna go get me some fillings and dunk them in my glass. It's more like fruitcake. In Europe, it's a Christmas pudding. Dragons need to boost off how many copies you have. Yeah, that'd be sick. It's like Doulahan, boosted by how many deaths in battle. Dookie Hand. Dookie Hand is one of the worst legendaries. What else is like a terrible legendary? Or mythic? Dookie Hand is pretty bad. He's in the Soul Forge right now. Old Dookie Hand. You gotta, you know, kill... You gotta, you know... I can't even say it, because I can't say that on here. Gotta do something to yourself to get more damage. Come on. I just run this for fun, by the way, if anybody doesn't know. I'm not trying to go super fast. That's not like my main goal all the time. I probably should make that my main goal. I've been thinking about that lately. Like, this game, like, takes so long. It takes up a lot of my time. I should probably just be running as fast as I can on everything. Sometimes I just use fun teams that I'm leveling a class or whatever, or I don't feel like changing it to something else. Probably should start running fastest of everything. Game takes too long. Can you imagine now with the PvP? We already got so much to do. I was already struggling to keep up. Sometimes I don't play the game until it's like 9 o'clock at night. It's like the last thing I gotta do before I go to bed. Like, oh, geez, I better go do that faction event. I better settle in for 2 hours. I'm not going to bed till 11:30 now. Old man. I get up early. I get up early. You stay up late. You get up late. I get up early, so I go to bed early. And then I fall asleep playing the game. Especially when I'm like opening vault keys or something. You know, opening vault keys and I'm falling asleep. The worst is when you're running a gap. I'll be running a gap on like a Sunday night in the vault event. I'll be falling asleep. Wasting it. Definitely done that before, unfortunately. You start it. You're like squeezing your eyes together. You're opening them, rubbing your eyes. You like, go to the bathroom, put a little water on your face. You're like, all right, here we go. You're like leaning forward, like ready to go. You start that gap. You're about like 3 minutes into it, blazing through it. All of a sudden, you wake up. You're leaning back in your chair. The controller. You hear. The only reason you wake up is because you drop the controller and it like makes a thud on the ground. So at first you're like leaning forward. You're like all into it, trying to go as fast as you can. You're like, I put some water on my face. It's ready to go. I'm gonna run like 3 more. That's all. Like 3 more gaps, baby. I want to get to this certain number. You're leaning forward. You're all into it and stuff, and then all of a sudden you hear thump. You like wake up. You're leaning back in your chair, and it was the controller falling on the ground out of your hand. Oh, and you look at, you hurry up and finish that battle, and you're just sitting there. You're just standing. There's just gnomes staring at you, just laughing. You go out. You hurry up and go out to the main world to see like how much time you got left and how long you were sleeping. Dude, I just wasted like 4 minutes of my Nomapalooza. Dang, that's like a lot of keys. I probably shouldn't do that again, and then I do it again anyway, and I fall asleep again. Waste another like 3 to 4 or 5 minutes. I just want to get to 400 or 500, man. I'm like wasting them. I'm just trying to get there. Thump. Wake up. Oh. Why'd I match yellow? I gotta go take a pudding, says Crimson Fury. Christmas pudding. It looks white, dipped strawberry. Professor says Essentia is worthless except half-start dragons. That's true. And it's even like hard to find a time to use her. I thought it was so cool when they put in Essentia. I know the spell sucks and stuff, but just to have a 50% start for dragons, like some dragons have a real high mana cost, and like I thought it was gonna be an improvement to dragons and stuff, but when do you ever use it? I'm sure there's like a thumbnail out there with, oh my god, Essentia, 50% start dragons, baby. Even I might have put that out. Then you start using, you're like, ah, man, it's like a dead, like just a dead troop on my team doing nothing, and I'm better off using like Leprechaun and Thrall or something. It's not terrible. Like if you want to use Essentia, I use it sometimes. It's like when you do double Diamantina or something. If you have like multiple dragons on your team, if you only have the one dragon and that's all it's doing, and it can't do anything else, I don't like troops that do nothing. I like 50% starts because they're guaranteed mana at the start of every single battle. Like, even Leprechaun can't guarantee a certain amount of mana per battle. If you're doing the Mirage Queen and you have all elementals on your team, think about how much mana that is every single battle, guaranteed at the start of battle. I like 50% starts, but Essentia is probably the worst one, because it does nothing else, and a lot of the time you're using like one dragon. You don't got like a full team of dragons. The only time Essentia is good is if you are doing a full team of dragons with like Dragon Guard and everything. If you're leveling Dragon Guard and you're using like Diamantina and Ruby Wrath, or Diamantina and something else, or then okay, or using 2 Diamantinas. That's the only time I ever use Essentia these days, is if I'm doing double Diamantina for some reason. Otherwise, like, why? It's terrible. There's some good 50%. As long as, like, Mirage Queen is really good. Elemental is like a good typing. And then Mirage Queen turns green to skull. It does something. And then it also curses. Like, it's a good troop. Even King Salinas, like, at least does something. Forest Guardian does something. The only one that would probably rival Essentia is something like Garnak, maybe? Garnak. Since orcs... That's just because orcs suck. That's not because... Like, Garnak doesn't, like, totally... I guess he kind of sucks, but... At least he has, like, a summon or something, right? Doesn't he have, like, a summon on him and, like, some mana generation or something like that? But Essentia... Probably the worst 50% start in the game. I hate all the troops that make you use a different troop. It's like Herald of Christinax, if you use Christinax, you know? Morthani's Darkness, if you use whatever. All those troops where it's like, if Essentia, if you use whatever. You get this. If you don't use it though, you get nothing, and they never go together well, whatever. I hate those troops. They're like my least favorites. Any troop that says, if this other troop is on your team, that's like forcing you to use it. I don't like that. Don't force me. Just to get a spell effect, because otherwise it does nothing. That shouldn't be how it works. And especially with the Essentia, I think that's all it does. If it doesn't have that troop on its team, whatever it is. I already forget because I never use it. It does nothing, except for the 50% start. So if you're not starting the whole entire team, it's not worth it. Alright, let's see my one pet. This is why I'm not super excited about pet rescues during a Vault event, because unless you don't have a copy of it, I know, that's why you do it. But if you already have a copy, to go get that one other copy, wasting time in a Vault event. 3! Thank you so much. Even 3, though. What am I going to do with 3? I still need 28. That's another controversial topic that I just beat the horse. Beat that dead horse too much. What am I doing? Upgradable. Let's level it. Because we get progress towards our chaos chaos thingy orb. Right here, the 3520. I got some mail. Got a lot of rewards. That's from being in a guild. I saw people on the forums talking about how they like not being in a guild. That is not smart. I wouldn't have got none of that stuff if I wasn't in a guild. Probably. You get like showered like you're a stripper and you get, you know, somebody's throwing ones on you. Dr. Mopsista. Maybe in the future the bosses or mythics will be boosted by sadness and or disappointment, says Supernova. Then, here's what you would do. You play the dungeon, and then you see if the update's out yet, and then you play Guild Wars, and then you use the troop that's boosted by sadness and or disappointment. Because you would get so much damage, it would be crazy. Maybe go try to use Deathmark, too, you know? Get as much sadness and disappointment as you can, and then you would kill it, be crushing it. Alright, what else do we got to do? Anything? I don't really have anything left, do I? That's why Wednesday isn't the greatest, because there's not too much to do, but I'm not complaining. I can open vault keys. So make sure I had everything done. You got the most magic you're ever going to have right now. It's the end of a campaign. If you're looking to wipe vault keys in one shot, plus we have the vault this weekend. It's like perfect timing. You have all the extra stats right now. If you've been doing the campaign. So why not go wipe out all your vault keys? I don't get why people save them. If you have a billion vault keys, tell me why. Unless you're just running up the score because you already have everything in the game, I guess. I know there's a couple people out there that do that. I only got 60 left. I'm on track. Mummified King sucks, that's true. Dr. Mop says, been watching on TV, so no chat. I feel you on that. It's hard to look at the chat from the TV. Glorf says they need to introduce troops boosted by, say, your total gold or souls. Make people... Hey, there you go. That'd be a good reason to gold farm and soul farm. Yeah, and then that would like be good for them too. It's a good idea. There are like in other games there's boosts like that, right? Like you use your gold to do extra damage or something. That'd be cool actually, I guess. Except for all the whales would be crushing it. And all of us poor folk wouldn't be able to do as much damage, you know? Where's the purple? Give me purple. Boosted off disappointment or cynicism or Sinnycool. Rant time. It's always rant time. Brian says, pay to win PvP. What's next? Troops that boost by how many offers you bought? Yeah. I don't know if people have the right idea in their head about how this PvP stuff, Battlegrounds, is going to go. I feel like it's going to be disappointing. Why'd I do skulls? This is not my other team. Stop it. I want skulls on the board. So I can hit harder, because Diamantina boosts off of skulls on the board. That's part of how Diamantina works, actually. That's why in my head I'm like, why? These new dragons don't boost off of nothing. Diamantina sometimes wipes in one shot because you have a certain amount of skulls on the board, right? So you use it has a skull in its traits. It has a freaking Doomstorm too. None of those. Does the new Diamantina have a storm, like an elemental storm or like a bone storm? And it gives magic instead of 1 to all stats. Just on paper, comparing the two, it says 142 damage. I wonder if I can clear it in 4 skulls. Usually need like 9. Got extra magic right now though. I don't even have all my mana yet. Let's take purple. Nah, cause we can just get it up. 6 skulls, wiping them out. That's because I have extra magic right now. When I fall asleep, my head is on my keyboard, says Anita. Dude, I remember them days. I used to play, like WoW. I used to raid and stuff. And sometimes I'd wake up, just my head's on my keyboard. Dwarven Priest, blah, blah, blah. Dwarven Priest. Molten Core, Blackwing Lair, baby. Where's our Fear Ward? He fell asleep, sir. Dirty Larry fell asleep. That was my name, Dirty Larry. I don't know why. I thought my character looked like a dirty old man or something, so I named him Dirty Larry. I was Dirty Larry, the dwarf priest. My name in real life is not Larry, by the way. That'd be funny. I want to be Larry. Back in the day, the level 60 dwarven priest handing out that fear ward. Dirty Larry. There was like one boss that did an AoE fear. And dwarves were the only ones that had fear ward. So, it was an easy way to get into a raid. First of all, I'm a healer. Second of all, I have this spell that no one else has. That can help with the boss. Your nose isn't okay. Mark says Cinny has the best rants. The jacked up truck was epic. Yeah. Double Diamantina. I know. I'm sorry, man. Hey, yeah. Free to play, baby. That's my flex, I guess. Never seen anybody else on here with 2 Diamantinas free to play. Gar knockers. True damage to my own team, right? Maybe he's the second worst 50% start. The devs should left Mama Dragon alone. We could have had 50% start on red and brown days instead of just blue and yellow days. Magma. Alright, I better catch up, dude. With the Sensia, somebody has to die. Yeah. Mama Dragon would be Diamantina. Metal Flameful. Sinny seems like a farming sim kind of guy. I could be. I'd play that. Rich says finally get to do vault. Start with 4 gaps. Nice. Good job. You always want to save like 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. I'm not the guy that's going to tell you to save up 100 of them. I don't know why people do that. Just times 100 by 15 minutes and how... That's like 25 hours. The more you're like... The more gaps you get, the more you're never going to get them all done. That's another like running up the score thing. You don't even need... That's like Scrooge McDuck diving into a thing of money. If you have 1 billion vault keys or 1 billion gaps and you're just running them up, you're like doing the backstroke in $100 bills and just throwing it up in the air and stuff. Lighting it on fire. Using it in the bathroom. Metalfoot says, I have almost 100 epics. I haven't used them because I feel like it's a waste. You can't beat the highest difficulty. You don't need like mythics and stuff to yeah. What do you mean highest difficulty? Like where? Making her prismatic? Rich says spell damage boost by gold for dragons, call it hoarding. Yeah, they do sit on like a pile of treasure usually, right? Like dragons? Supernova says I have no vault key, so I'm going to farm versus for 70 hours. Yo, what up, Crisp? No, dude, it didn't. I haven't seen it yet. No update yet. We have people saying tonight at 7, right? But there's other people saying not for a couple weeks. On the forum, there's one person saying, or 2 people or whatever, with like screenshots about, hey, it's dropping it tomorrow, and it said that yesterday on like the Apple Store or whatever. Then there's other people saying it might not drop in 2 weeks because midnight got pushed back 2 weeks. And you would think the update would drop like the week before midnight. Midnight's not set to release until 2024 now. The week before midnight would be the 26th, which is right after Christmas. Maybe they're thinking Christmas holiday, we come back, we put out the update, now we're here. Because that's the other people have been saying, like, if you guys are going to put out an update and then run away and go on vacation like always, please don't. Just delay it. Delay the update until you guys are back in case something happens. Because guess what? Something always happens. There's always bugs whenever they put out an update. Probably with every game there is. They just have way more, though. So why not be, like, there to fix them? Why do they always put an update out and then run to Hawaii to sip Mai Tais on the beach or whatever? I will, yeah, they put their head in the sand. Look at that. Bang. It's like ostrich. Metal Flame, just use a troop and team like Chalcedony or Secret or Todd. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. I have a lot of videos about how to build, like, early game teams. There's Rowan, there's Goblins, there's Guardians, there's Journey Troop, Loop-de-Loop. You got Gob Truffle Loop. Queen Beatrix is easy to get. Magma Dragon, Shoggoroth, Harpy Mage, Gargoyle. There's so many easy troops to get early in the game that are OP. You shouldn't have too much trouble. Professor says I saved 4 or 500 pure faction this week, but after today I'm not sure I'm that patient. Yeah, you just got to keep trying on some of those pure factions. Up your horde level, that's the only thing you can really do. If you're failing at a 500 pure faction over and over and over, the only thing you can really do is up your horde level, you know what I mean? Unless you, like, if you're doing something wrong with your team and you need to use different troops, of course. If you're using the right team already and you're just losing, then, you know, it's either RNG and you just got to keep trying, or you got to up your horde level and get more stats and make it to where you can kill them in one less shot, or it takes one more shot for them to kill you. Buy yourself some extra time with some more stats. The Golden Dragon or Cedric Dragon? Brian Walker, Leroy Jenkins. Glorf says, hey, Chris, only thing dropping here. Cinny official rating with the dev. Yep. Terror will be a pain in the nightmare, sir. Yeah. Rich needs one more Ironhawk. You'll get it. Just put that 400 diamonds to the side and just write Ironhawk on it, because it's coming eventually. It's not RNG. It's not like the dragons. It's not like opening dragon eggs. Ironhawk will be here one day in the Soul Forge. You just have to like put those diamonds to the side and write his name on them. Supernova says I would use 2 dead troops on my team if it means I can cast faster. Scrooge McDuck, baby. Mark says, can you explain how Tesla works off of armor? She works different. She boosts off of, like, the whole team's armor or something, right? Let me go look at her. She don't boost off her own armor, right? Isn't it, like... I'm not the biggest Tesla mark ever. I do like her now, especially after her boost. And she's one of the fastest in the game. And she has, like, world records and stuff. So I'm not... Tesla's awesome. I just recently started being a Tesla mark. I wasn't before, though. By all ally and enemy armor. So what you're probably seeing is you're facing, like, lower level enemies or higher level enemies. And, like, the more armor they have, the harder that Tesla's going to hit. It's boosted by all ally and enemy armor. So, like, let's say your first slot gets hit really hard and it loses all its armor. She's going to hit not as hard. Let's say something like Megavore strips all your armor off before you cast Tesla. She's going to barely hit for anything. The more armor your team still has, the harder she's going to hit. And there's ways to boost that with, like, Shield of Erskaya. And then, like, the more armor the enemy's team gets, the harder she hits, too. It's boosted by enemy and ally armor. But that's the whole team. It's not just her. It's different than Rowan. Rowan is boosted off its own armor. So you have to cast, like, Shield of Erskaya onto Rowan to get more damage. And if Rowan gets hit, it does less damage. Tesla is different in that if anything gets hit, it does less damage. But you can also, if anything gets more armor, she's going to hit harder. The enemy, your first slot, your last slot, her herself, like, she'll hit harder if you get more armor. So if you cast Shield... The way you use Shield of Erskaya with the Tesla team is you cast it on your hero in first slot instead of Tesla. The way you use Rowan is you cast Shield of Erskaya onto Rowan because Rowan needs that on herself to hit harder. I think Guard's avatar is the same way, right? Doesn't it have to be on itself, maybe? I forget. I wasn't a big Guard's avatar guy until recently, too. Where's it at? Deal damage to all enemies boosted by my armor. So you have to cast the Shield of Erskaya onto Guard's avatar. That's why you never want to have, like, a Tesla in first slot. Or you never want to have Rowan in first slot or Guard's avatar in first slot. I said the wrong way. Tesla... Sometimes I do put it in first slot because it doesn't matter. If something gets hit, she's going to lose damage either way. So if it's her or something else, she's going to lose damage either way. But you don't want to put Guard's avatar in first slot because if it gets hit, it automatically does less damage. If you put Rowan in first slot, if it gets hit, it's automatically doing less damage. You got to throw it down in like third slot, second slot at least. But that's the difference. That's probably what's happening. I'm just guessing. Or you got to use guard medals. Maybe sometimes you forgot to put on your guard medals, and sometimes you do, and maybe that's why it's doing different amounts of damage. I'm guessing it's the way the spell works, though, that you weren't understanding compared to Rowan, though. Maybe. You let me know. What was I doing anyway? Oh, vault keys. I still got some to open. Got the most magic you're ever going to have right now. It's the end of a campaign. You're never going to have more magic than this, so now's the time to open vault keys. And vaults this weekend, so double down on that statement. Yeah, Midnight got pushed back an additional 2 weeks. I'm not talking about the 1 week. I'm talking about 3 weeks total, an additional 2 weeks just recently. The last day or two, they pushed it back. Look at Terran's World, if you don't believe me. We went over it earlier. We went over all the new dragons, and how I think they're not going to be as good as Diamantina, which I I don't want to, like, until I use them, I'm not going to say for sure, but they don't boost off of anything, so. And then how Midnight got pushed back 2 more weeks. It's not coming out till 2024. Doesn't mean we won't get the update today. I'm just saying, like, we could still get the PvP stuff and the dragons, maybe. But we're not going to get Terror, and we're not going to get Midnight, and we're not going to get the new faction, and we're not going to get the new class until 2024. We could get PvP Battlegrounds. We could get the new dragons tonight. I don't know, though. I think it's like a 50-50 chance. I wouldn't be, like, banking on it. I wouldn't be, like, calling off of work to watch a live stream or to play the game. You might be disappointed. I don't think it's a sure thing. I don't think it's a 100% chance. There's conflicting reports on the forums right now. Some say tonight, and some say maybe not for 2 weeks now. The evidence for it coming out tonight is the Apple Store saying that it's coming out tonight. But who knows? It could have said that since Monday, and maybe it never changed. Maybe it says tomorrow it's coming out 000, and it said that Monday, and then it said that Tuesday, and then it said that today. I don't know. I'm not on Apple Store. It could continue to say it's coming out tomorrow for the next 2 weeks. I'm not sure. Or it could be coming out tonight, like it says. That's the evidence of it coming out tonight, that the Apple Store says it's coming out tonight. Doesn't even really say a date, though. It said tomorrow, and then it had 000. That's all I saw. So, I don't know. And then the evidence for it coming out in 2 weeks and not coming out tonight is the fact that Midnight got pushed back 2 weeks. 2 more weeks. So, it could come out on, like, December 26th, a week before Midnight. Because why? Why would they... I don't know. They could wait now. They could wait till after the holidays. That kind of makes sense. You know, they come back to work. They put out the update. A week later, Midnight comes out. They're there when bugs happen. But, I don't know. It could come out tonight. I'm not trying to, like, dash everybody's hopes. I'm just trying to be realistic and make sure nobody out there is, like, banking on it and... I thought for sure it was coming out yesterday. And then it didn't. Glorf says, Mark, the different amounts of damage are probably dependent on if your team has taken a hit or not. Don't forget she boosts off all enemy armor as well as yours. Exactly. Crimson says, I'm only missing 110 cards in the game. Most of them are true mythics. That's good. Brian says, every time someone brings up World of Warcraft, I know. What was the name of that dungeon that they were in when he did that? I forget, because it's not like a... Was it Molten Core? I don't know. Or was it Blackwing Lair? I don't know. I remember the sketch. He runs into a room with a bunch of eggs and it makes a bunch of dragons. I just can't remember what dungeon that was. Yeah, Chris, we already went over that earlier. I went over all the dragons at the beginning of the stream. All the dragons are in Unknown. If you go to Unknown, you can see all the new dragons. Is that more evidence of it coming out tonight? Could be. If I had to guess, I'd say 55% chance it comes out tonight. 45% chance 2 weeks. I slightly lean towards it coming out tonight. But it's Wednesday, too. When do they put out updates on Wednesday? Every once in, like, one other time in the world? There's, like, a lot of points to be said for both sides of the conversation. And nobody knows. One thing that could happen is the devs could freaking just say it. Why not? If it's coming out tonight, why not tell us that? That'd be, like, a normal thing to do. Why not tell us? Why not say something? I haven't seen anything on the forum, but I've been on here for like an hour, so... Alright, Rich, we'll see you, man. You're probably already out of here, though. Stevie Wonder. No problem, Mark. Professor says that Nebula Dragon just looped. I couldn't get a turn in. Funny how Midnight is all about time and it's not on time. Yeah, I know it's from Vanilla WoW. I was wondering what dungeon it was. I think I know what they're doing. It's going to drop midnight New Year's Day because Midnight Kingdom. Maybe? Hey, what up, Rain Man? How's it going? Appreciate the train business, everybody. Sana. Anita. Thank you so much, Anita. Goodbye, underwear. Glorfindale. Thank you so much, man. Funky Town. Appreciate you. Chad. Brian. Faceless One. You guys rock. Can now afford multiple packs of undies, so I don't have to wear the holy ones with the extra air conditioning. And maybe I'll buy children some presents after I buy my own underwear. We'll see. Are they naughty? Maybe they're naughty. I don't know. Get a lump of coal. Just kidding. If you knew me IRL, man, I make like a big deal out of everybody's birthday. Make sure they get whatever they want, whatever food they want, whatever present they ask for. My daughter just had a birthday in December, earlier this month, like a week ago. Turned 8. She got like 3 presents. Now I gotta figure out what I'm, you know, Christmas. Got to eat whatever she wanted for Din Din. Got a cake. Sing happy birthday, you know the deal. That goes for anybody in my immediate family, at least. I'm not like saying I go throw a party for my grandma every year or something. I'm not saying that. I'm not kicking down my neighbor's door and smashing them in the face with a pie. Like Bozo the Clown. But I will make sure immediate. Try to like make them have the best day ever, you know. It's their birthday. I'm not gonna kick down your door and smash you in the face with a cake though, if you're not in my household. But I do put more weight on somebody's birthday, man. Like, yeah, yo, had the best day ever. I want more gems, because I'm going to need them. You know what's cool about this team? Like, sometimes Cedric will, like, when you don't have a billion stats like we do right now, sometimes Cedric will survive with, like, 5 HP or 3 HP or something. Well, you just cast Thrall, and you blow up the skulls, and he's dead. I like it. Only thing I don't like is sometimes I have to cast... I would love it if I could cast Leprechaun and Diamantina would get up immediately. Doesn't always happen, but the times that... Like, it makes up for it. Like, right there, you know. I have to do this, but... Bang. I think this is slightly faster than, like, a faux mag. And there's other ways to build this team. Other people do other things. As long as it wipes in one shot, you're pretty good. Oh. Yeah, there's my purple. It's like the times that it goes faster than that. That's what makes it fast. Peeking into the classroom on your break, having an awesome day today. Hopefully the update drops soon for us all. Yeah, just like the dragons being in the unknown, does that mean they for sure are coming out? I feel like we've had other troops that have been in unknown, like the Sentinels maybe or something, but it did come out pretty quickly thereafter, so that might track. I wonder, like, they added them? Like, when did they add them? And, like, why did they not just put them... Why didn't they put it the update? Why would they, like... How's that... I don't know. Anyway. Like, what's the point of adding the dragons but not doing the update. If they're then later on going to add the update. And it's like, it feels like they're... If you're going to do something, just do it. Why weren't the dragons in yesterday? You know what I'm saying? If the update usually comes out on a Tuesday. Let's say the update did come out yesterday night. Would they have put the dragons in the game Tuesday morning? Or did they, or is this just like they're having problems, they couldn't put out the update last night, so they did what they could do, they put the dragons in the unowned this morning, they're still like waiting on some sort of approval. That means though that they're not 100% that they're going to put the update out, in my opinion. Think about it that way. I don't mean like think about everything negatively all the time, I'm just like, I like to do both sides of the argument. Almost every single time the update comes out on a Tuesday night. So if the dragons being unowned is the signal that we're getting the update tonight, why weren't the dragons in the game yesterday? Because they probably intended to put the update out Tuesday night. Maybe they were and nobody noticed. They've only done an update on Wednesday one other time, so it's got to be like something is holding up. Why put the dragons in this morning, but not like do the update? Why split? Why not do everything all at once? They must have added them like at reset, I guess. I don't know. It's weird. That doesn't like 100% make me think it's coming out tonight. Basically, is what I'm saying. It's a good like indicator for sure. That's why I'm saying like 55-45. I'm leaning towards it's coming out tonight. Yeah. It's similar to the Apple Store thing. Does the Apple Store say to this date? Does it say? Is it the 13th right now? Like somebody go let me know. Does the Apple Store say? Update dropping December 13th at 7 p.m. Or does it just say tomorrow 000 7 p.m. Yeah. Does it say today 0000? I want to see what I don't have the Apple Store. I don't. Somebody else would have to look at that and let me know. Cuz that's similar that's similar to me as the dragons being in unowned. It's not like 100%. It's an indicator. I wouldn't say 100%. I bet you the Apple Store said the update was coming out Tuesday, and then it didn't. They put in the dragons. Why not do the update at the same time as they put in the dragons? There's something holding it up. They did what they could do, but there's still something holding it up, or they would have just done it. They're waiting on something. So who's to say that they might still be waiting on that something tonight or tomorrow or the next day? If it's out of their control, and that's why they're not, and they're also not saying a specific time, a specific date. They're not giving us an update. Sounds like it's not in their control as to when they're going to put it out, which means like there's not a 100% chance they're putting it out tonight, or else they would have told us. I think they had all. They were definitely trying to put it out yesterday. Something is hanging them up. Some sort of like somebody said on the forums, like maybe PlayStation didn't approve it. They can't put an update out unless every single platform approves it. Something's holding it up, and I don't think it's in their control, or else they would just say like it's coming out tonight. They could go on the forums and literally just say it. If they were in control and they knew. But obviously they're not, because it didn't come out yesterday. So it's not in their... Yeah, that's how I feel anyway. And if I was working at that company and something like they're like, oh, finally we got approval, it's dropping, now we can drop it tonight, I would be going to the forums and saying, hey everybody, and the update's dropping tonight, yeah. But we don't see that. At least, I mean, I've been on here, so I can't go look. Why'd I do that? Oh, give me some mana. Where are you at? You're making this slow. You suck. There we go. Should probably be using something else. I don't know. Hope they add a search by shiny option in collection. I know, dude. You can type shiny and hit search, and it'll bring them all up, but it's not, like, ideal. Glorf says it's important to wipe in one shot, especially if you ate something really messy the night before. I think it's important to do the opposite. I wouldn't be one and done with the wiping. Anyway. I need purple. I should have grabbed the blue. Probably would be up already. I'm playing like Duke. Wipe in one shot. What if there's still some left? You need a cleanup option. Gotta have the man wipes. Brian says, did you get more VIP keys? Not sure when I get those. But I am sitting on 5 new ones. Can the campaign actually end if the update doesn't drop in 4 days? Yeah, the campaign will end, but it's kind of like funny that it was the countdown to midnight. So you would think midnight would drop when the countdown's over. If you go to Times Square in New York and it's New Year's and there's a countdown, the ball drops when the countdown's over and it's midnight. You know what I'm saying? Like it's counting down to something. It's counting down to nothing. Midnight countdown to nothing. They should add time to the countdown to midnight now. They got to add 3 weeks on there. That's a lot of time. That's probably why they don't want to. We're only off by 3 weeks, guys. Yeah, but you know, they're trying their hardest and they're only off by 3 weeks, that's all. You know, they try their hardest. They try their hardest. They were only off by 3 weeks, that's all. It's not that much. What do you mean? I'm like a butcher. I only cut off like 3 of my fingers. I only got 1 finger in that meat, you know. One customer. There's only 1 customer who got a finger in their meat. You know? They were only off by 3 weeks, guys. What is going on here? Just quit being slow. I don't know. Did I get more VIP keys? I should have, unless they gave them out for free, because I have no VIP. I'll have to go look. I know I did have some at some point. They gave some out for something. I think occasionally VIP keys are on, like, the adventure board. Let me go look for you. No, I don't have any. I did use, like, 5, it was like a couple months ago, though, I swear. It wasn't recently. I got them, and then I didn't use them for a while, so I think it was a while ago. You know what's crazy? We're not going to be getting glory keys anymore for doing PvP to Tier 1. People are, like, downplaying that like it's not a big deal. That's a good way at the beginning of the game to, like, try to get legendaries and mythics. And get all your epics and stuff. We're still going to have, like, a lot of glory. But glory keys are so much better than glory. You got to spend so much glory to... If I can open 200 chests. And, you know, if you do glory, it's like 1,000 glory at a time. Like, it's not as good. Glory keys, we're not going to have as... kind of sucks. I'm hoping that, there's a couple things that they don't actually go forward. We need to still be able to practice against defend teams and whatnot for Guild Wars. Even though I'm not, I could, just because I don't do that. Like I don't have main character syndrome. I'm not the only person in the world. A lot of people think they're the only person in the world these days, and they got main character syndrome. I can see like the value of people taking a Guild Wars defend and fighting it in practice until they can see if they can win or not, and then doing the real battle. Like I can see that, and I know that it's valuable for some people. So they need to maybe like not do that. They need to let us keep doing that. Even though I don't do it, but I can see like I'm not the only person in the freaking world. This ain't the Truman Show. Same thing with the glory keys. Just because you have all the mythics and you have all the legendaries and you never open your... Well, there are people, beginning of the game, mid-game players, casual players, that probably were going to Tier 1 getting 40, however many, 40-something glory keys every week, stacking up 1,000 of them, and then trying to open and get some mythics and legendaries and stuff every once in a while. Now that's not like what... We get like marks and VP and stuff now. And we can't even spend our marks until we get a certain amount of VP. That's not as cool as like glory keys. You could take a glory key and go open and get a chance at a mythic or a legendary like right then. And gems. Now we're going to be getting VP or whatever. And you have to get 80 billion VP before you're getting silver marks here. You get like 20 silver marks. But you got to get 30 million VP. See, it even sounds like VIP. It's like VP, VIP, VP. Gotta get 30 million VP before you can spend your 20 silver marks, though. I got 20 silver marks, I want to spend them. Well, you can't until you get 30 million VP. Sorry. That's stupid. I got this money. That's like giving somebody a present. You're like, some rich guy gives your kid here's $1 million, kid. Oh, but you can't spend it till you're 18. Like, oh, thank you. I mean, I do appreciate it, but I'm like 3 years old. So in 15 years, I'll be very excited. I'll be set for life in 15 years, thank you. It's like nice, but you're not like jumping. I'd rather just have the $1 million and be able to spend it right then. We need stuff. We need underwear. We need underwear right now. We don't need underwear when we're 18. Here's, you always hear like people, I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you $1 million for when you turn 18, you can go to college. That's kind of like VP, bro. That's kind of like marks. Oh, you can, here's 100 marks. You can buy pets and Dragonite and books and all kinds of stuff. All right, let's go. I'm ready. Let's go buy it. Oh, sorry. You got to have 30,000 VP first. You got to wait till you're 18 years old before you can spend that $1 million. That's kind of how it works. I think that's how it works. I'm sure there's stuff you can buy. But the good stuff is going to be behind a wait until you turn 18 to spend your $1 million wall. You always see that on TV, like the Secret Boss show or something. I feel bad, I'm going to give you $1 million. They're like, yeah, woo, yeah, $1 million, baby. We're going to Disney World. We're going to buy a Lamborghini. We're like, so when your son turns 18, he can buy a full scholarship to this college. You're like, oh, thank you. My son, he's 3. But, yeah, if he makes it there, that's cool. Thank you. Thanks for the $1 million. I mean, I really do appreciate it. It's awesome. But we were just, like, jumping up and down about Disneyland and Lamborghinis. And then you, like, wait a second. And then you say, for your college fund when you turn 18. Hey, you should, like, switch that around and say it the other way, For when you turn 18 and go to college, here is the money to pay for it. Like, say it the other way, bro. Don't say, here's $1 million. Yeah, woo, Lamborghini, Disney World. For when you turn 18 so you can go to college. Oh, thanks, buddy. Thank you. That's good. Education is important. Thank you. But he's 3, so We're gonna have to wait 15 years, and hopefully, you know, a meteor doesn't hit Earth or something. Thank you so much. You can probably write that off on your taxes, I'm sure. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, buddy. I do appreciate it, though. It is nice, and I can't say boo, because in 15 years, it'll be cool. But it's kind of like you're in a random book of deeds once you get... Random book of deeds once you get this many silver marks. I got them! Yeah, let's get that book of deeds, baby! Oh, wait. Hold on. Hold on there, buddy. Hold on now. You need this much VIP. You need this much VP, and it resets at the end of the week. So you better get on it right now. You better. It's Thursday. Your VP resets on Sunday at Monday. You better get on it. You better hurry up. You better play the game a lot. You want to buy that book? You better get that VP right now. It's Thursday. Pointing at my watch. Better go. What you waiting on? Better play the game for 10 hours a day. Then you got, like, people competing with each other in the Battlegrounds thing, and, like, one person's in first and one person's in second, and like, they do a battle, and then they jump ahead, and then the other guy does a battle, and they jump ahead, and the other guy, oh, no, and they're, like, both playing. They're trying to handcuff you to your freaking Gems of War, bro. It's crazy. What am I doing? Vault keys. I'm talking. That's what I'm doing. I like to talk. I like to talk when I'm streaming, but IRL, not so much. Can the campaign actually... we need to figure out how to free to live for the rest of our lives. Yeah. Brian says they're likely scrambling to figure out the crazy amount of bugs that came with the update. I bet. That's a good guess. Supernova says, Brown Days, Guild Wars, Diarrhea Day. Yeah, Brown's a hard one. Brian says, I think Exalted Pass might be a decent pay option. Bang for the bucks. Anyone else think it could be worth it? I think that's a decent buy. There's definitely bad ones out there, then there's ones that are acceptable. Death Knight Armor, Campaign Pass, Kingdom Pass, that might be one of them. I'm not the right person to ask, though, because I'm free to play. But I think it was one. I think it was a decent one. Run a poll, how many bugs will there be? I should. Later, Crimson. Brian says, can you run one Explorer to see if you can get Horde Mythic on live? Alright, that's fine. Let's do it. I don't even think I have a fast Explorer team, because I never do Explore. Just like PvP. Nobody was doing PvP. And barely anybody that does Explore anymore, because they do Underspire if they're playing right. Alright, 30 keys. Let's see if I can get the Horde Mimic on live stream. So I don't have it yet, because I don't care about it too much. I usually go with my Skull Waterfall just for fun. I don't know if I have anything super fast for Explore. This is like a good overall team. Chatty Cathy. The heck is that? Nope. Don't want Soul Farm. I don't even know what to use on Explorer. I never do it. So I usually just do my, Why do I got two of those? Pycea. It's not even Pycea, dude. Fomag. Open slot. Queen Tits Anya. That's definitely not that anymore. Huh. That looks cool. Bye-bye, team. That would be a High King Iron Gut instead of a Flammifer now, though. I guess I'm just gonna do this. Sometimes it's... I don't know. Let's level Death Knight at least. I know I always do this, but I need some. I don't know. If I don't do Explore 12, I'm not sitting there like thinking up teams for it. I'd probably just double up on Tesla or something if I was really trying to go fast. Do 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 do. Yellow. Yellow. I need to put a tide collar on here. I never do that. I think Glorfindel said that one time, and I'm always leveling a class, so I never get to do it. Let's go. We need to get that glaive, I think. What are you doing? Stop it. Sometimes this happens too. Stuff happens. Should probably do something else. Maybe get the instant kill. Anyway. Glorf says you'd have to run the Holy Celestial Toilet Paper Dragon Troop to counter that. Educational purposes, everybody. Remember, this is only for educational purposes. The update is confusing. I need TP. Diapers. Rydia! Slap that like button. PUBG or Fortnite? Dr. Mop says, sometimes you remind me of my daughter when she was tired and didn't want to go to bed. She would chat and chat and chat. Better hurry up, better get that VIP, better get that horse clock. Hey, I think I caught up in the chat. Yeah. Hammers. Oh no. Alright. Beavuth. I need TP. TP for my bunghole. I'm better at Butthead. I am not good at Beavis. Damn it, Beavuth. If I practice, I can do a pretty good Butthead. Maybe not on drop of a dime though. That was like one of my favorite shows. That was like one of my favorite shows, guys. He doesn't even do it that good. That's not even right. You said the wrong word. I'll be singing in the car to Taylor Swift. I say the wrong word and my daughter calls me out. What? Come on, man. At least it's not in front of people, though, you know? Could be in front of people. That'd be worse. You ever be, like, singing some Taylor Swift in the car, and you say the wrong word, and everybody hears it, and you just act like you didn't say it? You're like, you know? You just go, like, cover it up with a different word or something. You just, like, start humming. Like, yeah, 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 yeah. You do that. You say the wrong word, and then you go, yeah, oh, yeah. You just act like you're playing around. You don't know the words, bro. It's despicable. You're not a Swiftie. How could you not be a real Swiftie? You don't even know the words, Dad. You're just humming and saying, no, hee, ha, ha. You don't even know the words, bro. What's your problem? It's right here in this book. You just read them. Got the CD right here. Aren't you supposed to study? What else you got to do all day? You should know the words. You only heard this song like 50 freaking times every day. Only make you listen to the same song 50 times on the way there and the way back. You should know by now and not have to hum and cover it up like that. Sing the hook. It's not even the hook right now, huh? It's the second verse. It's not the hook. Why are you singing the hook? You just know the hook. You don't know the words to the second verse, do ya? Mike Judge is a genius. Cornholio. I am the great Cornholio. I need TP for my bunghole. I can't do it. I need TP. He screams too much. You can't do a Beavis without screaming, and I don't want to scream. You know what I mean? Like, Butthead doesn't scream as much, so it's easier to do the Butthead because he doesn't like to scream as much. Beavis screams a lot. You gotta scream. I don't feel like screaming all the time. I'm not sitting here practicing my Beavis scream. You know, I wish that's what I was doing all day, every day, is like practicing my Beavis scream. And reading the Taylor Swift book. I do the Beavis scream with the words to the song as I read the book from the CD. With the words in it. So next time I know, I'll say, hold my drink. You pipe down. It's my turn. I know all the words now. You gotta listen to me. And yes, you do sing better than her. Yes, old daughter of mine, you sing better than Taylor Swift. Of course you do. She definitely does, y'all. She's been practicing for like 3 weeks. It's definitely better. I'm not lying when I say that, because that's my daughter. I think she sings beautifully, so it's not even a lie. She says, who is better, Dad, me or her? Like, you. Duh, not even a hesitation. If you're gonna say who's better between you and anybody else in the world, I'm gonna say you, no matter what. So it ain't even a lie. Who plays football better, Dad? Who plays football better, Dad? Me? Me? Or Tom Brady? Course you. Course you. Course you. I would always say you, yeah? What do you think I'm gonna say? I don't even know that guy. Do Karate. Do Karate the movie. Coming soon. To a theater near you. Are they adding a new kingdom? How often do they add them? They're adding a new kingdom. Yeah, they're doing Midnight in 2024. That's what it looks like on Terran's World anyway. It was supposed to come out next week. But yeah, it's coming. It's a new kingdom coming. New faction, new class. Whenever we get a new kingdom, we get a new faction, we get a new class. You get new pets, new weapons, new troops. If you go to a kingdom, and if you go somewhere and you like sort by kingdom and you look at all the stuff, you're going to get all that stuff eventually with the new kingdom. Everything included. It just takes a little while. They have to bring it out slowly. We've been getting some new kingdoms recently. There's like a dry streak for a while, then they started putting them out. They did like Valpakia. What's the other one? There's a couple. I didn't get it. Anyway, that's like 2 hours. I gotta go practice my Beavis scream. And go learn all the words to all the Taylor Swift songs. So I'll get made fun of in the car. Unless you guys have anything else. You want me to do anything else? I could do... Somebody said do explore. I did explore. You know what I do each day? I usually log in. I usually check this first, because, like, it might be something you're going to do anyway. Like, I don't care that much about the XP booster, honestly. But for some reason, I'm drawn to it as, like, the first thing I look at. Because it might be something I'm going to do anyway, so... So I usually get that done, whatever it is, and then I'll go to Adventure Board, do that. I mean, look, you got Imperial Deeds there today. Sometimes there's good stuff there. You can't just completely skip it all the time. And then your top thing, you gotta always think about that. You can get a lot of gems off the top thing. If you roll the right one, the right task, that could say kill 150 for 100 gems or 150 gems sometimes. You gotta get those done. Then you never know what's gonna be in here. It could be something good. You got an Imperial Deed today. Then I do my dungeon just to fail it real quick. Bang, 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 it failed. I'm done. And then I start thinking about, like, what's the thing of the day? Like, yesterday we had the faction. Today, I guess, would be the pet. If it's a repeat pet that I already have fully ascended, I don't even do it, because I have enough pet food. That's kind of like the dungeon, where I don't do it because I have a billion diamonds and jewels and everything like that, and I have all the mythics and all the legendaries, and I don't need them that bad to complete a failed dungeon every day. Same with the pet. If it's a repeat pet and I have it fully ascended, I already have enough pet food. I have like a billion white pet food, so it doesn't even matter what colors I have. So if it's a repeat, I don't do it. But it's not today, so I went ahead and did it. So that's what I would do next. After that, I look at my guild stuff. I say, oh, 12 chimes. Let's see how far we are. You know, I do that. Then it's time to do what I'm doing. And this would be different for everybody. You might do PvP to Tier 1, which won't be a thing soon. Looking for those glory keys. You might go to the Underworld next. You might go to Explorer 12. You might open Vault Keys next. You might play Arena. I don't know. You might go do Merchants and Angels. You might run your XP booster. You might do farm class experience. You might farm gold. You might farm souls. Everybody has their own thing after that point. But I feel like up until that point, everybody should pretty much do it in that order. Look at your XP booster. Just to see, like, do I think there's something easy? Just look at your adventure board. Fail your dungeon. Do the event of the day. Do your guild event. And then it's your own time. You can do whatever you want. Underspire, Epic Trials, Underworld, PvP, Arena, Merchants and Angels, Class Experience, Gold Farming, Soul Farming. But you don't just get on the game and have none of that done yet and just start gold farming or soul farming, you know? You want to get all the stuff done. There's priorities. And then, like, at the end, that's when you do whatever you want. So if I was going to do whatever I want right now, I've been doing like one delve a day just to, like, keep it progressing. So I've been doing this, doing dripping caverns, and then when I'm done doing this one dripping caverns, I'll open vault keys. And if I had all my vault keys opened, I might run a Explorer 12 and try to get a certain amount of boss chests to hunt for Horde Mimic Mythic or something. I'd probably do Underspire, honestly, before any of that stuff. Like, after I was done and it was my time to do my thing, I'd probably do Underspire first, actually. But I do run, like, one of these a day just to keep it going. Yeah, I did the Epic Trials. I did it on the weekly preview. What up, Drager, by the way? Have I tried Al Bundy? I don't think I'm good at, like, his voice. I more mimic his entire other life, though. The bad luck. Just everything. Just think of Al Bundy, and that's me. Go watch Married with Children, and you can see a day in the life of old Sinnycool. I feel like people look at me and they see something that isn't the case. I had kids very young, and I've been very bad luck for the rest of the time. Love them to death, though. I'm one of those people. You're only going to buy the gold tokens for epic gold farming. Nothing worse than dry streaks. Drager. You ruins it, you stupid hobbit. I need a rant channel. Nobody watches it, dude. I put out rant videos, and they don't get more views or anything. Like, they might get a little bit. Like, they're as good as, like, a crappy Gems of War video. Sometimes. Like, I put the whole mechanic rant on its own video, and I think it has, like, 300 or 400 views. If I was actually good at it, you would think it would get thousands of views, right? I think I even did one more after that. Like, oh my goodness, what the heck? How does that happen? Look, y'all. 5%. Al Bundy, I'm telling you, 5% chance. Doesn't say anything about devouring right there. It's 5% chance. I just got hit with a 5% chance. Al Bundy for life. Ugh. I can still win though. I still got an instant kill. I still got the wand. Like, I'm not gonna lose, but it's annoying. I don't think I'm gonna lose unless they get another 5% kill. That'd be funny. I should kill that thing first. I'm being stupid. But nobody thinks a 5% chance is gonna happen, so. Why would you kill a 5% chance first? Hey, Death Knight 99. I'm almost done with it. That's strictly for a power level. I'm not just doing Death Knight for no reason. I'm gonna get power level off of that. One I'm actually working on. I looked into it. I went through all the kingdoms. I don't do things willy-nilly. Only reason I'm leveling Death Knight is because I looked through all the kingdoms. I looked at what I need to get to the next power level or whatever. I found the class that was the closest, that needed it the most, without other things to block it. And then I picked that class to go to 100. There was time spent deciding which class I was going to get to 100. I didn't just pick it randomly. And I have all my other classes that are good to 100 already. I'm not just going to run Death Knight for that. If I don't have Elementalist at 100, if I don't have Titan at 100, if I don't have like Monk at 100, and I'm not going to run Death Knight. There's a reason that it's Death Knight. And there was time spent, you know, looking through all the kingdoms. And it's not even easy, because you have to, like, go back and forth, and they're all kind of out of... They're not even in a straight line. It's hard to even click on all of them. I went through, like, all of them and decided which class to level next, based on information and what I'm going to get, and making sure it was the right choice. Still gonna beat it, even with 3 troops. One day I'd like to do, like, a solo challenge or something. I just know nobody will watch it, so I don't have time for that. Sometimes I have ideas, but I don't do them because I know nobody's gonna watch, so... Even though it would be kind of fun. So I don't have time for failed videos. Unfortunately. Too busy on my... practicing my Beavis Scream and my Taylor Swift lyrics. Make sure I got that. I don't have to do the hum. The humdinger. Why'd I do that? Too busy talking. Shut up. Play the game right. Do I still do delves, says Blue Monsoon? Yeah, I do one a day right now. It's like my thing. Like I said, everybody has their thing. I usually run Underspire first, though. I kind of did it out of order. And then I'll grab this, you know? I'll make sure I have it loaded for the next day. Just in case I want to do more one day. If I'm on 470 and I want to just go ahead and get it to 500, I want to have one loaded so I can get it done a little faster, maybe. But I'm not going to sit here and do, like, 6 battles. I usually do this first. Where the heck am I? I usually do, I go in here, I buy a torch at least. So I'm trying to get to the 7th boss, so... I was short last week. I still gotta figure that out, I guess. I thought I'd be good buying 1 torch each day. And then, like, finishing it on the weekend, maybe buying more on the weekend. But I was short. I was so embarrassed. It was cold outside. Don't judge me. You know? It's cold. It's cold out. I couldn't finish. I was short. But I think I'm gonna buy, like, on the first day I'm gonna buy all of it so I can show a video, you know? And then I'm gonna do 1 a day until, like, Saturday, and then see where I am, and then maybe buy more Saturday and Sunday. So, like, for today, I'm just gonna buy the 1. And Sir Lewin is the success rate. Make sure you get it done. You're on the 7th boss, you're on the 6th boss, 5th boss. It's not the fastest team, but... Why'd I do that? I don't know what I'm doing. Can you adjust? You're doing this team now. You guys ever be running a team and then you, like, it takes you a minute to do the next team? There we go. Come on, where are you at? There we go. Alright, we're off to the races. Jeez. What's the other options? Dead end. That's not one that you want to run. It doesn't have a sentinel, so... Sometimes I accidentally click on those. I think I did that once. Oh yeah, Amithelos is the option, huh? Not a huge fan of that. I was doing this thing. What weapon was I using? Like all in on I was doing this, I think. And then Archmagus. Oh, you got Leonis? Drager? Shrinkage. Did we do Leonis yet? I'll go check it out for you. You haven't done your, oh, Underspire? I can look at it for you if you want. That's what I'm here for. If anybody has any questions. And then what? Definitely purple, because that's my whole... That's my whole. Princess Elspeth and the Magician make a bunch of purple, so I want a bunch of purple. And then, I guess red, yeah. And then Princess Elspeth is, that's a good one. Purple red is good. But here we go, that's even better, because it doesn't minus anything on my team. And in the video, I was accidentally using Death Knight, so it wasn't even as impressive. Archmagus will be better. Alright, do we have anything on the board? No. So yeah, we do, you stupid idiot. Now, do this! Whoa! Come on! Ah, here we go. So I was gonna do this until like the 4th or whatever, whenever Amithelos stops one-shotting. Let's do it a couple more times, then we'll look at Leonis Empire for Drager. Beg for mercy! I think I'm going to go from the bottom to the top to catch up on this chat. Epic trial was easy with Leonis Empire. Oh no, Underspire. Huh? Underspire, that is. I'm reading the wrong way. He says, that sucks, Cinny. I don't want to do Leonis this week because we have no good AoE in Underspire. But Epic trial was easy. Okay. Beg says shrinkage. Sana says, I just found out about Deep Delve, didn't even know that existed. It's because nobody does it, and it's never worth doing. It costs an extra sigil. You get, like, a chance at a gnome, but, like, the chances that it's a gnome that you actually want and need, and then you actually get, like the thing you're looking for from that gnome is so small that it's not really worth spending an extra sigil, and it's never, there's never like more loot or anything. Like, it's better to just run City of Thieves, or I don't know, like Deep Delve is pretty, it's like Arena, like they did an Arena update and like nobody plays it, even though they updated it and they added offers to the end and they took out the hero and yada yada. Well, they did the Deep Delve thing, and it's the same kind of deal. Like, nobody plays it. Just not worth it. Not worth your time and effort to do it. I would think of Deep Delves like you think of Arena. If you play it and you get it done, like, it's cool. You might get an offer. You might, if you play the Delve, the Deep Delve, it's fine. It's cool if you do it. You might get a gnome that you need, but it's not really worth it. It's not worth the time and effort, and it's not worth the risk. Just not good. You're better off doing this right here, or opening vault keys, or even merchants and angels or something. Like, there's so many other things that are better to do than a deep delve. All right, let's do one more battle, then I'll go look at Drager's thing. 6 years, baby. I don't even know how long I've been. You guys go look at my first video ever. I might be coming up on 7 years. It's at least 6. I remember I started in like April or March or something. Whatever Tacet is, I'm 1 year less. I started 1 year after him. It's even like 11 months or 13 months. It's like almost right around the same time too. He started, and then 1 year later I started. Believe it or not, anybody else out there has only been going like 2 or 3 years. And the road was paved, and it's easy, and it's proven and easy. The road is paved. They didn't have to cut down any trees with their machete walking through the jungle. We cut down all the trees. We made the path with our machete, and they just drive right down it. You know what I mean? 2 or 3 years. I've been on this for 6, 7 years. I cut the way. Me and him, we cut the way through the jungle with our machetes. He might have been a little bit ahead of me, but I was helping. I was clearing the path. He missed a couple branches. I do the pre-records. He does the live streams. I'm not doing exactly what he does. I would never do that. That's despicable and disgusting. I would never directly copy somebody else's entire format and just put out pre-records every day. That'd be disgusting. That'd be weird. Especially if I came way after them and they already cut down all the trees and made the path. That'd be weird and strange and like dishonest. Live streams every night? I don't do that. I did pre-records every day. I tried to be different. Oh, I got a merchant because I'm talking shit. It's my own fault. Karma. Karma is my boyfriend. Karma is a cat on the weekend. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Yada yada yada. See how I bring that back around? That's how you, it's like a, I'm not even good. I'm not even a good comic, or not even good at telling jokes, but you like bring back something you were talking about earlier. Did the Taylor Swift not knowing the words thing? If you have to explain the joke, then it's not funny, huh? I don't know. What do we do? Probably more likely to get up our silver point. There we go. Whatever it's called. Crystal pistol. Get up my crystal pistol. Your 5-year anniversary stream came up today and said 1 year ago it was streamed. Ooh, okay. Well, I'm gonna be on 6 years then. Drager says Explorer is better than Deep Delves. I agree with that. Mark says, what is the best spot for the Great Maw? I use it in the last position. Definitely first slot in case you get a Devour. And then it has no, you get it up, you cast it, it puts yellow and brown on the board, then it doesn't take mana in anymore. So it's definitely best in first slot. The Devour gives it durability and attack, so it can hit really hard with Skull, so it survives and stuff like that. It's a good tank. And now it's not going to steal any mana from anything else on your entire team, so It's definitely best in first slot. Raw and wriggling. 5% is a non-zero chance, as someone else says. What else does he always say, dude? Interesting. 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 That blue match was interesting. There's one other word that he kept saying, and I was like, I don't know why. I was like keeping track of it. I do the same thing, though. It's hard, dude. When you're like doing a stream for hours and hours, you'll say the same words over and over. 465 gold. Interesting. Huh. 74 XP. That's interesting. Anybody feel me on that? I'm not making fun. I'm just like, hey, I watch, you know? It's like, hey, he does watch. I'm not making fun. There was one other thing, though, he kept saying, man. Now I forget. Ah, man. What's the other one? It's like interesting, but it's something else. Dude, I had it. I was literally laughing at my... Anyway, I forget. I might remember eventually. Before I was anything else, I was a big Mr. T mark. So don't ever think I'm throwing shade at him or Crisp. I like them both. If I'm ever talking crap, it's not about either one of them two. See what I get? Oh, baby, I'll never use those. Boy, I'm glad that they carry over. 2 Hex Trinkets, interesting. Now I'll never say it again. I swear sometimes I put out some teams, and then he'll put out teams, and he'll switch it just a little bit. That way it's not exactly the same. I know it's not true. This ain't the Truman Show. I'm not the main character. He'll stop saying interesting. Just like the devs, man. Anytime I got Diamantina, bang, we got a new one. They're using my account to gauge what they should do with the game. This free-to-play guy now has all the troops. Let's put Sentinels in. This free-to-play guy just got Diamantina, double Diamantina. Let's put in some new Cosmic Dragons. This free-to-play guy just put out a top 20 mythic list. Let's put in Ironhawk. It's happened so many times that it's not just green or red. Where are you at? Nowhere. You had him really paranoid. Kept pointing at him out, saying everyone is creasing. Too slow. I'm not struggling to do max Underspire. Well, let me do this last battle, then I'll look at Leonis Empire. I keep forgetting. Too busy talking about other random stuff that doesn't matter. It's getting kind of late. I probably should do some actual real life work. Even though I do appreciate all of y'all and I love spending time with you and we're having fun. I don't even know what I got. Aw, I did that the other day with an XP booster. I grabbed all of my XP boosters. I hit the freaking collect all and I did 90 minutes. Now I just couldn't even see what I got from that chest. What if it's a Sentinel? I'd be hitting the buttons too much, too fast. Anybody else collect all their XP boosters? He says 69 a lot. It's something like interesting, y'all. It's similar to that. I can't remember. Too busy. I got too much going on. I got computer, I'm playing the game, talking with the live stream. If I could think of, I'll think of it as soon as we go off live. I'll think of the word. Something like that. Anyway, let's go to Leonis Empire and help Draeger. I don't know if I can, but I'll try. Probably should have went up from the bottom, or maybe did something smarter. What would I do? Hold on a sec. As far as the Underspire goes, I always forget. Is the weapon restricted or not? There's too many game modes. I think it is, right? Yeah. So you have to use a Leonis Empire weapon and troops for the... I should know these things. I have a freaking channel. I claim to know how to play this game, and I already have to check. Now I have to do all this all over again. Leonis Empire. How would I build a team? Might look at the weapons. Got Doomed Axe here. Does hit all enemies. You got Doomed Blade. I think the axe is better, though. The blade, you could use Divinish Bala and transform red. So you don't want to have two of those. Sometimes I look at the weapons. What? This ain't... I don't have it. Never mind. Hold on a sec. I was like, why is there so many doomed weapons? Alright, now we got it. If there's not an obvious choice for the troop, sometimes I'll look at the weapons, basically. And there might not be anything here either. Looks like no. King's Dagger. Rogue allies. Heavy splash damage. I could kill a couple enemies. Lion and Tiger. We got yellow and brown for Leonis Empire. I always do base rarity. Alright, so Dow's poopy. Flame of Anu. I mean, at least it hits multiple enemies, I guess. We're talking Underspire, so you're gonna go like fast early, and then you're gonna have to do success rate late, most likely. Garyon. Green to blue and purple to Doomskull. I think Corvash is decent. True damage to the first two enemies. I might do something like double Corvash. Did we already have Leonis? So see, like, Flame of Anu doesn't do true damage, so he's not better than doing a Emperor Corvash. I think I'd do double Corvash if I was gonna, like, especially early. And then you just gotta have mana generation, so you got Leonis Empire. It's a human monster, so you can't use her for the start. There'd be two Corvashes. There, you got yellow and brown. Might go with the Chris Hook. Chris Hook. This wouldn't be bad either. I mean, you won't get the status effect, and you won't, but you'll have a summon. You can explode blue for the Corvash, you know. Chris Hook, but it uses brown. You look, Chris Hook uses green and purple, and Corvash doesn't use. Corvash has blue and brown, and then this is gonna make brown. I think I'd go Chris Hook, Corvash. And we just gotta find something else. Some other, like, mana generator, probably. I usually go to the bottom and, like, look at stuff down here to see if there's anything that's empowered or easy to get up or... Might not be anything good. Tomb Robber. Yeah, I don't really see anything. I mean... just whatever in last slot. Whatever you want to do. Maybe 3 Corvashes. Maybe... whatever. Whatever you think in the last slot, though. I don't know. I would end up picking something. I don't know what I'd pick, though. That's what I would start with, anyway. I'd be like, multiple Corvashes with the Chris Hook to make the brown 4 Corvash. And it doesn't block Corvash at all, so it can go in first slot. It could be your tank. Then you're doing true damage to multiple enemies. You have 2 of them, so bang, 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 you win. Later on, you might have to cast it more times. If you're like super deep, you could make some sort of skull team if you really wanted to, and just wait till you have alignment. Just make sure so you don't get backfired. Like some sort of Divine Ishbala, Garyon, red to skull, green to yellow, green to blue, purple. It's not the best combo because it's converting away purple, which Divine Ishbala uses, and then she's converting away green already, and you don't need blue, so they don't really match good. But there's other troops that could put skulls on the board. You could do like Divine Ishbala and Tomb Robber or something. But I don't know. I'd probably just stick with the Corvash and just deal with it. Maybe the Devoted as your maybe your last slot. I don't know. It's that last slot that's getting me on that one. I think Leonis Empire is poop. Like you were saying, it's not going to be easy. But shout out to Corvash and shout out to the Chris Hook. I would definitely start with that for sure. At least a Chris Hook and a Corvash. Probably multiple Corvashes. Last slot, I'm not sure. You could do 3 Corvashes, or you can do anything else that you want, really. Alright, let's catch up in the chat and get out of here. Dervicious, what up? Mark says, I love gyms. Do you recommend any game similar? I need to. I've been thinking about doing that. And I know sometimes I say things and other people copy. But I was going to do Puzzle Quest. And then you know what happened. But I think that's the first step if I was ever going to. But to answer your questions, I don't know. I don't know. You just. There's probably ways to look up similar games. Gems of War, Puzzle Quest. I think there's like a Marvel game or something. I don't know if it's good or not, though. There's a multiple Puzzle Quest games that are definitely similar to this. That's what I was thinking. Like, maybe I need to start playing similar games to Gems of War and just trying them out. Like, not go crazy with it. Just, hey, let's try this game. It's really similar to Gems of War. It's a match 3 RPG, and it's not Gems of War, and it's not made by the same company. It's a completely different company. It's a completely different game. But it's a match 3 RPG, and it's similar. Like, that's probably what my channel should be, really. It's like, play Gems of War every day, but on a couple different days of the week, I play a different game that's almost just like it, but not the same. And maybe one day we find something that's better, or maybe one day we find something really, like, similar that you also play, or... Because that's the only way I'm ever going to get people that watch Gems of War to also watch another game, because most of us don't have the same taste in games. A couple of us do, but that's not enough to, like, build a channel. If I play P99, then I got, like, 3 people that play Gems of War and P99. You know what I'm saying? So then I got Gems of War people over here, and P99 over here. P99 hates when I post Gems of War. Gems of War hates when I post P99. And there's, like, 3 people that are happy. But if I can play Gems of War, Puzzle Quest, and then another game that's similar to Gems of War, it's a match 3 RPG, and you're like, huh, that looks like Gems of War. Maybe I'll try it. And then you try it, and then there's more people, and then everybody's... I'd probably have better luck if I did something like that, where I was just playing a bunch of games that are similar to Gems of War. Not expecting to find anything better, but trying. And And then maybe you'll watch because you think, whoa, what if it is better? Let's at least watch him play it and see if we like it or not. But if it's like EverQuest, a game from 1999 that you're never going to play whether you watch, there's no way you're ever going to play it, so you don't care. You're not going to watch. Or play Elden Ring. You know what that is. You know if you like it or not. We're not, just because we play Gems of War, there's like 3 of you out there that play Elden Ring and Gems of War, you know what I mean? But if it's another match 3 RPG, you might at least watch to see if you like it or not, because you already like one. Why would you not watch another one to see if it's cool? And then if Sinnycool starts playing it and you think it looks cool and it looks cooler than Gems of War, maybe you start playing it. And whether you start playing it or not, you still watch because you're like, oh, I wonder if I should play that game. I want to see what happens here. It's what I should be doing, as well as like having a cam and everything, but sometimes I know what I should do and I just don't do it because, like I said, I'm a self-saboteur. I'm Al Bundy. That's just what it is. Alright, let's finish up here. No update, in my opinion, unless anybody has any new information. It's either coming out tonight or it's coming out in like 2 weeks. Midnight got pushed back 2 weeks today, I think. Very recently, they pushed it back 2 weeks. I did the spoilers on Sunday. Today is Wednesday. The spoilers were different on Sunday. It said midnight next week. The countdown to midnight, if you go in your game and look at the campaign, it says it's only running for like 3 more days. And it's called the countdown to midnight. So very recently, they pushed back midnight another 2 weeks. Like today or yesterday. This is very recent information. On Terran's World right now if you want to double check me. Next week is not midnight. The week after that is not midnight. It's the first day of 2024. Like, midnight's not coming till 2024. So, is it crazy to think that the update might not come until December 26th or the week before that? I don't think it's crazy. That was their original plan. The only info that goes against that is some people saying the Apple Store says it's coming out today. I haven't seen anybody say that it says December 13th at 7 p.m. I've seen screenshots of it saying 0 time left and it's coming out tomorrow. Which it could just say that for the next 2 weeks as far as I'm concerned. And then, the dragons are in the game. They're in unowned. Why did they do that if they're not going to put the update out? So I'm leaning towards it coming out tonight, but I would not be surprised if it doesn't come out for like 2 whole weeks from now. And the holiday is the other thing. Are they going to put an update out and immediately run out to holiday, drinking eggnog and dancing with nothing but a Santa hat on? They'd be smarter to wait until after their holiday to put an update out that's going to have a bazillion bugs in it. There's a lot of stuff saying maybe it doesn't come out today, but there is a couple things that it's supposed to come out yesterday. I mean, that's the main thing. It was supposed to come out yesterday. So why isn't it out? Why wouldn't it come out today? The very next day. Well, they obviously have some sort of problem. And they're not telling us when it's coming out. You think they would post on the forum saying, hey, it's dropping tonight. We had a minor hiccup. That's not there. They don't say that. They could, but they're not saying it. So there must be something wrong. But the dragons are in the game, though. So is it coming out tonight? They're not in the game. I mean, they're in unowned. You can't get them yet. Why'd they do that? Was it just something that was supposed to happen today and they forgot to stop it from happening? Or they don't care either way? Like, they thought the update was coming out yesterday and then the dragons got put into unowned on Wednesday? Like, there's... You know how, like, on the Vault event where it was the disappearing Vault event? And they kept saying, nah, we didn't... No. We're not supposed to have a Vault event even though it was scheduled and... It was in the game, and Terran's World pulled the data from the game and said it was supposed to be a Vault event that weekend. They said, no. It was never supposed to be a Vault event. And then there was an offer that said, buy this, a Vault. It was like blinking on the screen, an offer that whole weekend. Like, oh, you sure? Now, why do I have a Vault offer then? Like, if it wasn't supposed to be the Vault event, usually the offer goes with the event. Why do we got a Vault event offer this weekend then? And that was like the red hair, like the... bloody glove that they were lying. It's like that, I don't know. So the eggs aren't in the game, but the dragons... I lost my train of thought. Anyway, I should recommend games similar. You could try to skull the crap out of them, yeah. Dervicious says I just failed the dungeon, hitting 3 traps before... Yeah, I do that all the time. Blue Monsoon says I finally saved enough diamonds to make 2 Iron Hawks, now just waiting for it to appear. Yep, good job, good job. Just put them to the side, it'll come through eventually. It's not RNG, it has to happen. It's just a waiting game. Livewire says good thing is you can rewatch your stream and see what you got there. Yeah, if I pause it's so fast, I hope I can. Brian says, I collect and use XP boosters every day, mostly to get those exalted level rewards. I run XP on the daily grind machine matches. Yeah, that's good, that's good. I don't recommend just, like, strictly running an XP booster and then going to Explore 1 and that's all you're doing. Most people, that's not a good idea. It's a waste of time. You're not going to get a level, like... I mean, even if you do, what are you getting for it? Eventually, those rewards aren't even worth going for, or you have to get so many levels to actually get something. You're not going to get a stat. It takes so long to level. Like, I would never sit there and just... I see some people, like, running XP boosters in Explorer 1, and I'm like, what a waste of time. Are you really, like, even if you get what you think you're getting, like, it's not going to make a difference. It's just not my thing, I guess. I definitely don't recommend it for people. Run your XP boosters during Guild Wars when you have extra experience, yes. Run your XP boosters during the Vault event, of course, yes, because you're already doing that. But otherwise, just run them, start the game, grab it, play the game normally. Don't sit there and run Explorer 1 just to get extra experience. It's not so much that it's worth doing that, wasting 15 minutes. We're already too much going on. You're going to waste another 15 minutes on top of that? They're like, that's what they want you to do. I'm always trying to suss out the things that they're trying to make you do. And I just don't do it. XP Booster is another thing. They're trying to add 15 minutes a day to your freaking time already. You already have playing the game for like 2 hours a day. You want to play it for 2 hours and 15 minutes? It's not worth it. It's like Arena. Everybody makes fun of Arena. I'm going to make fun of XP Boosters. It's the same thing. It's not worth it. It's not worth the... Juice ain't worth the squeeze on those. Unless it's Guild Wars week or Vault event, or you just run it and play the game normally. You're doing Adventure Board, you're doing Dungeon, you're doing your Guild event, you're doing your single-player event for the day. You're not sitting there in Explorer 1 just doing an XP booster. That's ridiculous, in my opinion. Unless you're like level 100, you know? If you're level 1,000 something, you're not even going to get a level. And even if you do, you're not going to get anything for it. You'd have to be like a specific person that's shooting for a specific level just to... for some reason. It's not recommended for everybody. No freaking way. It's not worth it. It's a waste of time. Where do you get the troop you're using for Underspire? The Amethylos is the dragon eggs. You're using them but not buying torches. Magic the Gathering puzzle game is pretty cool. Brian Walker says P99 was confusing to download. I totally agree, and I am terrible at that kind of stuff. And I figured it out, and then I put a video out on how to help other people, like for dummies type of thing. So if anybody wants to try to play that game, it's just like a super hard MMO. And it came out before WoW, and kind of what WoW drew its inspiration from. Which I doubt anybody here will, but I have a video on how to download it, so... You met Doc through EQ? That's so cute. So cute. Give him a kiss for me. That's awesome. That is freaking awesome. Brian says, plus EverQuest, I played Fiona Vey server, which did not have no drop in lore restrictions. I don't know, man. I'm a real classic type of dude. If you... I'm not going to agree, but... We all have our... I would rather play the game in that super small window with all the restrictions, with no, you know, whatever they call it, where you can fly around on a mount and just go wherever you want and you die and nothing counts. Use them on adventure board and dailies unless I plan to explore 12 for a bit. Yeah, check it out, Brian. I kind of made it for dummies because I'm a dummy and I figured it out. So, like, this is how I did it, and I don't know what I'm doing. So, I think it helps some people. Alright, y'all, I better get out of here. I'm just talking now, not even playing the game. But, yeah, update either tonight or maybe in 2 weeks. I have no idea. So, you can go to the forum yourself and see people, like, arguing about it. Not arguing, but this person says 2 weeks, this person says tonight. People that want it to happen tonight are, of course, going to, like, point out all the reasons of why it's going to happen tonight. So, and I don't think anybody saying it's 2 weeks from now has a good reason. Like, if you're saying it's coming out tonight, it's like you want it to come out tonight type of stuff. So you're going to... If you're saying it's coming out in 2 weeks, like, you have no reason to want it to come out in 2 weeks. I feel like that's more reliable information. I don't know. Um, 15 levels, is that different, though? Like, is that... If I'm level 1530 instead of 1515, like, is that a big deal? I don't know if that's a big deal for me. Difference between 1515 and 1530? It's kind of like having a bunch of trophies or something. Like, I got the most trophies. Well, what are you going to do with them? Oh, nothing? Okay. Well, me being 1530 or 1515, to me, there's no difference, and I can't do anything with those 15 levels. I'm not getting anything for doing that, except for wasting a lot of time, 15 minutes at a time. So, I mean, it's all whatever floats your boat. That's just my way I think about it. I'll start thinking about every 15 minutes that I wasted and, like, how many hours that is and how many extra minutes I played this game. You know, so... And what did I get for it? Oh, I'm 1530 instead of 1515. Of course, if you're about to hit 1500, you're about to get a stat. But that doesn't mean, like, that's the advice forever. Like, very specific person. If you run your... if you're about to get a stat... Same with, like, getting mythics in the Soul Forge for a Magic Kingdom. If you're about to get a stat, definitely get it. But that's not the advice to everybody in all situations. I feel it's the same with XP boosters. Not every single person in the world should be running XP boosters in Explorer 1 trying to get whatever level. If I get 1516, it's not going to matter. If I get 1518, it's not going to matter. If I get 1599, it's not going to matter. It's not that big of a difference between 1515. So it doesn't... I always want something for my time. I want to get something out of it. Nobody's going to see your level and care. Nobody's going to see your trophy count and care. So I don't get anything out of that. They're coming out with ego boosters. Tickle the dingleberry on the like button. Finger the thumb. Finger the thumb, baby. All the real ones did it, so that's all that matters. I just know, like, I know who hit the button. You know what I mean? I know in my head who hit that button, so I do appreciate y'all. You guys are the best. Take a little bit of time. It's free. So, I appreciate it. I know who hit it. That's all that matters. Same like XP boosters, you know? Whether one more person hits it or not. I know who hit it. So it's cool. But we do have 39 out of 39 right now, so you're all awesome. Anyway, I'll see ya. Hey, that's cool though, Supernova. That is cool. I'm not trying to talk you out of it. I'm just telling you why I don't recommend it to most people. Most people aren't Supernova, you know? Most people aren't Tyrion or Supernova. You guys are crazy. Crazy OP lunatics. So I can't... Nobody... I'm not giving advice to Supernova and Tyrion. You know what I'm saying? You guys are crazy OP lunatics. So... I'll see you guys later. Yep. Yeah, I went over all the dragons and stuff and went over, like, why I think it's coming out when and all that and why they're ridiculous for not telling us when it's coming out. And so, a lot of good rants on this one. I went crazy today and, at least I thought, I never know. Can't laugh at your own jokes, but sometimes you can feel like, oh, I had a good live stream, so. Anyway, you guys are the best. Special shout out to, we gotta give the fan funding. So they keep the doors on and the lights open. Sauna ran out there, butt crack showing, rag in her back pocket. Anita says, I know exactly what to do. I've been going over the schematics all day. Gifted 5 of them and started that bad boy up. Put on the Taylor Swift. Was the parking lot DJ. Revved the engine to annoy the neighbors. And we got started. So Anita did all of those things. Then Glorfindel jumped on the back with a shovel and said, I will be the shovel man with my golden shovel. I will be the shovel man. Then he did another one. So he's chopping their heads off. He's putting the shovel on their neck and smashing it with his foot like he's about to try to dig a hole. Funky Town was the big bicep bodyguard power bombing zombies out the window of the train. And he's been a member for 26 freaking months. Chad jumping on. He's got his ticket for life. He's got his lifetime ticket for the train. I appreciate it, man. Brian said, I want to be on the top shooting down helicopters with my rocket launcher. The BFG 8 billion. And then Faceless One with the hype and 42 months of membership. A Puppet Master. They're very rare these days. We have this show. It's called something like Monster something. You know, they go out in the woods and they look for Bigfoot and stuff. And I think they're looking for Faceless One. I think they're looking for Puppet Masters. They're looking for Puppet Masters out there in the woods, you know? They're very rare and hard to find these days. But we got, you know, old Earl and you know, those guys with the beards, the old men. They got their shotguns. They're looking for Sasquatch and Bigfoot. Well, sometimes on some episodes, they're looking for Faceless One and Puppet Masters. So I do really appreciate it, bro. Probably want to, yeah, anyway. Keep them chisels sharp, Chad. You like to see numbers go up? Hey, your numbers are super high, so don't let me tell you how to play the game. Thank you, Mark. Later, Efley. See ya, Brian. I'm out of here. Thank you for joining me today. Glorfindel, Anita, Supernova, Mark, Efley, Brian, Chad, Sauna, Livewire, Sir Michael, Dr. Mopsister, Dervicious, Chad, Supernova, Livewire, Glorfindel, Sauna, Dragor was here today. Efley, Brian, Dervicious, Blue Monsoon, Mark, Livewire, Dervicious, Dr. Mopsista, Dragor, Beg for Mercia. That's as far as it'll let me go, because I checked the fan funding like a noob. But I do appreciate everybody that was here. It was a really awesome live stream. I thought we had some fun today. I'll be doing it again tomorrow if the freaking drops tonight. So I have every reason to want it to drop tonight. I'm just giving you the truth and trying to see both sides of it and put all the information and arguments out there. Believe me, I would love for it to drop tonight so I can live stream tomorrow the update. So just keep that in mind. Like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about channel comment below. I fumbled over that. Like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about channel comment below. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace. Tomorrow. I love you tomorrow. We'll do the stream again tomorrow. Same time, same place. If there's an update. If there's no update, I'm not doing it. But if there's an update,